My, my people on that didn't like the video, subscribe, smash the like button. Smash the like button. It's weird doing the show on Mondays. Very weird doing the show on Monday. But like I said, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, like the vid, guys. Smash the like button, like that freaking vid. Smash the like button, guys. So, guys, we're gonna talk about Chelsea's post-match reaction. We're also gonna talk about the UEFA Champions League preview in terms of the matches opposition. We're gonna give our prediction and we're gonna get the F out of here. But overall, it was a very good match. We're gonna talk about the permutation and combination of the matches. Like we finally won a match. Finally won a match. Like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button. Like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, my people. Smash the like button. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Let's ride. Yo, my people, well, not gonna like the vid, guys. Like the vid. Smash the like button, guys. Very good win today. Very, very good win. 2-0. Get the heck out of here and we move. Next match, Burnley winning, go to international break with happiness and come back already. So, overall, it is a good match. We're going to talk about Chelsea match reaction and we're going to talk about the UEFA Champions League preview for tomorrow and the prediction. We're also going to talk a little bit just about the semi-automated referees that is being proposed on with Liverpool. We're gonna discuss about it, but overall, it was a good match. Like that damn vid, subscribe, smash the like button. What they went to, I'm happy. Overall, I'm not gonna blame anybody. Everybody played very well. I'm not bashing out anybody. Everybody played damn well. I'm not gonna bash anybody, but overall, it's a beautiful Monday. I would say it's the first time me doing a show on Monday. I don't like doing shows on Monday. I just want to use Monday to chill out. But wow, we have to talk about Chelsea. Chelsea is my club. Chelsea is my blood. Chelsea is my home. So we have to talk about Chelsea Football Club. So we have to do a postman. The street, the fans, the people need it. So we're gonna do it. Nothing must fail us. We have to do it. So overall, it was a good match. I'm happy. Moving to the weekend match, but overall, it was a very good match. So, Kiman, give me your take on overall the matches. What impressed you more going forward? We need to keep improving on this, on the consistency, which is very, very key.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How's everyone doing? Finally back after a long hiatus. Been super busy.
You've been working, you've been making money.
Oh my god, bro! I'll clarify to that. I'll tell you later, but it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. Today it was. I didn't expect a win. I told you today I thought we were going to draw, but wow, from the get-go, this game should have been 5-6. I don't understand what's wrong with these attackers. Every time they get the ball, they just somehow shoot over the post. I was so confused. So what kind of drills are they doing? But two goals, two quick goals. Modric, lovely control. What a lovely control through the keeper's legs. Broya's goal, okay, it was a bit deflection lucky, but we still take that. I'm very impressed on how we looked completely different with a more traditional type of striker. Instead of this Jackson drop deep, collect the ball, link, touch nonsense. I'm not saying it's bad, but especially with Enzo, you could see that he was not held up. When Sterling came on in the second half, you just saw that Enzo was higher up all of a sudden. He kept colliding with Sterling in the front. I think it was around 80 something minutes when he gave that through ball. The guys were about to crash. So yeah, man, I'm very impressed. Gallagher today, he really impressed me. He really
It was
impressed.
very good.
I saw him do a back heel pass, like over the player's head. I couldn't believe what I was watching. He dribbled Caicedo. Wow, I'm so happy. Hey, that Colwill through to that Colwill overhead pass to Modric. It was a wonderful game to watch. It really was a wonderful game to watch. The second half, yes, we fell off. I'm a bit surprised that Poch decided to close up shop so early. Those kind of institutions that they just screamed that he was comfortable with this lead and he wanted to just to mediate the game until the end. Another player that really surprised, another who really impressed me today was Sanchez. Sanchez played extremely well. Yes, he has that bozo gene. Yes, he every time you pass the ball to him, you just see that it seems like he's just being too arrogant with the ball. The
It can
Fulham
happen
players,
though. It can happen.
huh?
It can happen though.
Yeah, it
Not
can
everybody
happen.
can be like. Not everybody can be like Addison, Ellison, and
Of
and
course, I
Bellingham.
understand, but I was so surprised with how he was say that save. I think was it in the second half.
Yeah.
That save with his foot. I was like, if that was Kepa, that would have been a goal. That would have been a goal. Some people are telling me, oh no, the ball was directed at him. Man, come on, give the guy his props. I loved how he was very animated with saving the ball. He grabs the ball, throws himself to the floor. There's even a picture of him, like you can see him smiling, diving straight to the ball. I really enjoyed his performance today. Another player who did extremely well, but then Chelsea fans keep targeting him is Disasi. Disasi has been playing extremely well, but all of they just I don't know why people just keep attacking him for the sake of attacking him. Thiago as well today, he did well. Uh, Cole Palmer, wow, wow, wow. Grabs the ball, dribbles, takes on a man. I don't. The only thing I had against him was that through ball he got. I think in the first half. What minute was it? That pass from by Enzo. I forgot. I forget what minute that was. I'm very angry that he did not have good select. Like he didn't have good decision making. He ruined that chance. Other than that, he played extremely well. If I was Jackson today, I would be shitting myself because Broya with half a knee is better clinically than you. I would really be shitting myself. This January, I don't know if we should go for an Osimhen. I don't know if we should go for a Tony, but
Mhm.
I don't
I
want.
think for
I
me,
don't.
we need a number nine. I'm not.
When exactly.
I don't trust Amanda Boja and Jackson yet. We need a traditional number nine. Either
Hmm.
Ivy Tony or Victor Osimhen. We gotta buy someone in January. We
Hmm.
have to.
But more of a traditional number nine, not this false nine inbreed whatnot through the line. No, it clearly it seems that okay. I really okay now that I say Lukaku would have been well in this position. He would have done well. He would have done better. But again, those are bridges that have been burnt, unfortunately. Uh, yeah, man, we played well. We played well. Next week is going to be Burnley. They're not doing well. They don't have. I think what they're already in the relegation zone. Have they won a game yet?
No.
They've not won a game. So it's wonderful. I think we should really use these opportunities, especially going towards the the international break. I think it's next week, right? After next week,
Yeah. After this weekend.
after this weekend. So I think we should. It is a good fixture to start the international break and prepare for these London derbies with Brentford and Arsenal. Thank you.
Abdul, your boy. I know you want to talk about your boy today, but before
Oh,
you talk about your
just quickly before we continue, right?
Mhm.
Thank God I invested heavily in Modric stock. Thank God. I put
Abdul,
my life.
you
Abdullah,
have
I
to
never
talk.
I never
You
invested
will
in
talk about your
Bitcoin.
boy, but Abdul
I
overall.
never invested in
Give me your
NFTs,
give
but
me
I
your take
invested
on
in.
give me your take on the match and Abdul Mikhaila Mudrik. He was very good today. He was good today. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, big up everyone. Big up Keyman. Long time.
Big up Abdul. How have you
Kenyan
been,
has been
man? Long
making money,
time.
Abdul, so he's a money
I'm
man.
good, man.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, as long as he's doing well. As long as he's doing well and happy, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, Monday night, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Very funny. Um, I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed watching the game as a Chelsea fan, and I'm super, super happy with the outcome, the result of the game. So, you could imagine I'm on cloud 50 now. I wish there was a lot. You remember we said it that the more of our players that come back into the team,
Yeah.
the more interesting we're going to become as the more our
The
squad is going to
unit.
become more interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and we are starting to see the pieces coming together gradually.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of good things today, all through the team. The assurance that Sanchez gives us being in goal,
Mm-hmm.
not having that, panic when every ball is coming into the 18-yard box,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the seamlessness with which the Sassy has just got into the team and settled down so fast. Like he's been playing in the Prem for like over one season. All the fears I have about him is dying off now slowly. It's burning out of my system.
Yeah.
Cucurella, everybody abused him for like one season. This guy comes out as a right back. He's turning to become the best right back in the league. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Colwell getting better as a left full back, strong, imposing. You do if you're a winger, you do not want to come close to him. Best game by Caicedo today. He did a lot of good things. A lot of things that we know him for. He started showing it gradually. Um, Enzo is settling down. Cole Palmer is like a jewel that
I
we've
want to see him
discovered.
more as a Abdul. I want to see him more as a 10, not as a winger, but it's okay. It is what it is. I
Look,
need I need to see him more as a 10.
you would think that guy was listening to us yesterday, and it was like the guy was thinking, oh, you think I've played, you think you've seen me play ball? I'm going to show you what more
It
I can
was
do
good,
today.
Abdul. It was very good. That's when you're
Man,
talking about a number 10. That is a number 10. That is a
man,
pure number 10.
this kind of players are hard to find. I don't know how Pep allowed him to leave. I don't know.
But Abdul, but when you're coached, when you're being coached by Pep Guardiola, what do you expect?
Man,
When Pep coach you, you can. I'm not gonna talk about Sterling because I don't want to talk about
no,
Abdul, Pep hates players. He hates players with technique.
I know Pep coach Sterling, but Sterling is trash. So Abdul continue.
but the thing is, when you see the talent,
Yeah.
the the awareness,
Mm-hmm.
the skills, the composure, the
Mm-hmm.
trickery, the creativity, and this guy's only like 21,
Yeah.
you're thinking like, hang on a minute, why will you allow this guy to leave when Bernardo Silva is like, I don't know,
Okay.
30,
Mm-hmm.
30 or 31 or so? Bernardo Silva is getting on a bit now. Why would you allow this guy to leave? Unbelievable. You know, I don't want to start blowing too much talk about this guy because he's still got a long way. But boy, I like this kind of players. This kind of players, he's showing me signs of David Silva, Juan Mata, Bernardo Silva, you know, players with trickery, players with awareness, high IQ,
Mm-hmm.
players where you might not know what they're going to do next. You know, I'm still baffled that this guy allowed him to leave. Seriously, it's a joke, you know. And then seeing how Modric is like
I was so happy
adapting.
today. I should be their PS. You should be their PS guy because you vouch for him a lot. You have been shouting, crying, swearing, cursing,
See,
abusing everybody.
see,
It was
the
good
only
today.
thing,
Blue Eyes must not
the
come
only
and start saying rubbish. Blue Eyes, I'm gonna violate you if you say rubbish about him.
see,
It was
the only thing is, okay, I've watched football for a long time, so I got to put things in context. The only thing I can say now is, we move,
Mhm.
you know, we keep going, man. And I think the more of our injured players coming back, the more we become stronger as a team, the more we become better, you know. So, like when you have a meal and it's almost getting flat and you do something to spice it up, or maybe you've been having one meal for so long and then you do something to, it's very refreshing what we saw today. I think maybe we should like push to spice things up from time to time, inject a bit of refreshment into the first 11. I mean, seeing Cucurella at right full back,
Mhm.
it's some of the things he was doing. You're thinking, man, will this guy not give Rich James and Gusto a bit of problem on this position? You know, you're looking at somebody like Levi Corey, and you're thinking like, gosh, this guy can play this position for the rest of the season if he really wants to. He can own this spot if he wants to. Looking at Kurupama, you're thinking like, okay, you haven't played at all. You haven't played much football for Man City. But if this guy wants to make himself a starting, a guy that nobody knows in England,
Mhm.
if this guy wants to be a starter and he really is really determined to be a starter at Chelsea, this guy can become that.
Yeah, but
Like as early
I don't
as
like him as a winger. I like him as a number 10 for me though. He way too wide for me. I don't like him. I need him behind
yeah,
the
you
striker
see
more.
the yeah, 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 yeah. I think that's his best position.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, because he's a bit light, he's a bit physically light sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to put him like on that side. You see, the good thing is he can play any position in the three behind the striker. He
Yep.
can play any of those
Any
positions.
of those three, yeah. But his best
So
for
it
me is
does,
the number 10. As a number
no,
10,
no,
we see all the pitch. He knows
no,
what to
no.
do.
But the thing is, that is because you like to watch him. Okay, so you want that position, that's superstar position. But this is his best game, and he's playing from the left, from the wings.
From the
I don't
wings.
think he's played from the wings for us, for Chelsea, since he
No,
started.
no,
Like
this
in
is
the games he started, I don't think he's played from the wings.
no,
So it depends on who we are playing against. It
no.
gives me that that Di Maria vibes, where he can play anywhere
In the
in the
front
three
three.
behind the striker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can play he can play from the right, he can play from the left, he can play behind the striker. He gives me that kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, when you are drilled by Pep, you can only turn out to be only one way. I mean, this guy just come from nowhere. It's unbelievable, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
And
even
I
and
would like to. We need the number 9. I'm not tossing Bojo and Jackson here. We need the number 9. We need a traditional number 9. I'm not joking.
no, no, but the thing is, okay, you need a number nine,
Yes, we do.
but can't these two of them be a number nine for Chelsea?
No, for me, they're not clinical enough.
No, no, yeah, I understand you're not clear enough, but are you saying the two of them, between the two of them, we
Mhm.
cannot get 20 goals in
We
one
can't.
season?
No, we can't.
You don't think the two of them can deliver 20 goals for us
I
in
don't
one
think so.
season?
I don't think so.
No, 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 not 20 goals each. The two of them combined. You don't think they can
Combined,
combine? They
maybe,
can they
maybe,
can give us a combined 20 goals.
maybe. But I need because the reason I say I need the number 9 is in some matches that is very, very tight. You need to score 1-0 and close the game and go home. You need someone that is clinical.
Yeah,
Amanda
so
Buja
okay.
missed a chance today. You should that was not an offside. That was an onside. If he scored that goal, VR will rule that because it was on. He missed it. He
Yeah.
missed the post. It was behind the
Oh,
post. He missed it.
I get what you mean. I get
He missed the
I
post.
get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
No, no, no. I
So
can't tell that. I've been Tony scored that. Oshimen scored that.
Yeah. But the thing is, we have to be very careful. If we're getting a number nine, we need to get a number nine that is um very clearly ahead of the two that we have. You know what I
Osimhen and
mean?
Tony are clearly ahead of them. That's what we're looking at.
No, Osimhen who?
Ivan Tony.
No, why would you? No. What has Ivan Tony? You're reading too much
That's what
newspapers,
the
man.
that's what the
What's
report.
Ivan Tony got? What's Ivan Tony got? You don't want Ivan Tony.
I
If
don't
you
want
want
Ivan.
no
My choice is Osimhen. You know my love for him. So
no. Abdullah, the kind of number nine you're saying, okay, that we need, the kind of number nine you are talking about,
mhm.
okay, is like Lewandowski at his best. It's like Benzema at his best. Those are the kind of number nine you're talking about. There's no point bringing a number nine that is just maybe 5% better than Jackson and Broja.
I don't think it's
You
5%, but
know,
I think Tony is better than them. Above that.
Tony is not. Which Tony you think is
Ivan
easy
Tony
to
is
play?
clinical. Abdul is clinical. That guy can score
You're
goals.
see. You are with the crowd. You're following the crowd. So what the majority of the crowd is saying
Mhm.
is what you're saying. Look, if Ivan Tony is better, okay, maybe by 5% than Taiwo Awoniyi. If it's better
Uh,
than Taiwo Awoniyi, maybe by 5%. Okay, you might underrate Taiwo Awoniyi. You know why you're underrating Taiwo Awoniyi? Because he's playing for Nottingham Forest. Okay, that's why you. Are you saying Ivan Toney is better than Isaac or what's his name in
Alexander
Newcastle?
Isaac.
No, Isaac in
Yes,
Newcastle.
Alexander Isaac. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Are you
me,
saying Tony is better than that guy?
I'll pick Tony ahead of Isaac for me. I will.
No, that's what I mean. You're just going
I
with the
will.
crowd.
I'm
But let's allow Tom to speak. So that we
Tom.
don't overshadow him.
Tom, go ahead, brother. Give us your take, man. I'm so happy today. Finally, we won the game. Okay, let me enjoy my moment because I almost want to kill Red Devil Studio on Saturday. And I told him it was there. I told him Red Devil Studio, Kama is a bitch. I told him that Kama, don't you dare do this to us. If I win on Monday, I'm gonna be unbearable. But I'm gonna just forgive him. It's my guys. I'll forgive him. So give me your take, brother.
Sorry, where's your plane going in midweek?
Relax.
Where, I think your plane's on standby at Stansted Airport, mate. So
Mm-hmm.
hold your horses. You beat Fulham.
Mm-hmm.
Be a team that can't score goals. Let's be honest though. Fulham, the way that they play, they want to play out from the back, but I don't think they have the players who have the quality on the ball to do it. That's just my opinion. Don't get me wrong. I think Diop and players like that are quite decent on the ball and stuff, but defensively, like they're shocking at the end of the day. And really, if we have to be honest about it, I thought you guys played very well in the first half. That first 30 minutes when you had Gallagher and Enzo that were just on the
Mm-hmm.
half turn, and it was just literally one pass and you were off, and that was it up the
Mm-hmm.
other end of the field. And I think the way that you utilise Broja's physical attributes, and the one thing I knew from when he was on loan, I think it was Southampton, was that as a physical presence, it's not just you can use him just as a target man, but he'll also drop a lot deeper to try and collect the ball, and then it leaves the space for Mudryk or Cole Palmer to then run in behind if they want to do, which that probably suits Mudryk because he's a lot more of an explosive player than Palmer. But
Mm-hmm.
I liked the whole first half. I think Pochettino, what game plan wise, got it spot on. And what I said to you the other night about pressing high up the field and
Mm-hmm.
energising against the actual backline and everything, and you did that for the second goal. And I mean, even for the first goal, like the actual space that Colwell had to go up the field when he actually it wasn't really a cross, but it was like a diagonal pass into the box.
It's
Yeah,
like
it was like it was like a ping over the top. And
Mhm.
when he did that at first, I thought you're playing left back. I would have took that to the byline, and then you'd have got more people in the box. But he clearly saw that Issa Diop was positionally not in a good space where he could have connected with the ball, and he's literally just popped it over his head. And with Mudryk coming in on it, he's took the
Mhm.
ball down well, and he's took it through and scored. So at the end of the day, plays like Mudryk, it was about sort of time that they did score. To be fair to him, and Brozier as well coming off of that injury. I think personally, I like Armando Brozier. I think there was a reason why a lot of Premier League clubs at the time, Southampton wanted to buy him last season, and you had it with I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm. I think Palace and Nottingham Forest. These kind of clubs were looking at buying him, and you guys were prepared to sell, but at like 50 million, I think you guys were quoting at some clubs and that. And I think he's a good young player. Don't get me wrong. He's come back from one game and he's scored a goal, so we can't really hype it up too much. But the way that you adopted the style to, as I would more or less say it, for like a direct number 9, which I think Jackson's more of a forward rather than a number 9. Brozier's a proper number 9, but he's not the higher echelons quality yet anyway. And he's still young, isn't he? How old is he?
He's 22.
22, 23, around about that age. So he's got enough time to develop. But no, to sustain it over a full season, I think you'll struggle personally. And I think in that January market, I think you do need to bring in a top number 9, because I don't think you can wait till the summer, because the trajectory that you guys need to get on, you need to get back into those Champions League places. And I think you will fight there or thereabouts around it, but the competition for top 4 this season is massive. Like, there's so many clubs that's in this conversation. Villa, Man United will probably, when we get some of our players back, we might start going up the table again. You guys, I think, will be there.
Liverpool
and Arsenal, Spurs.
The team I trust right now in top 4 is
Newcastle,
Man City, Liverpool.
Man City and Arsenal.
Man City, Liverpool. I don't trust Arsenal. I keep telling people, I do not trust Arsenal.
It's not about the performance though for me with Arsenal. They're getting the results. That's just how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, but my problem with Arsenal, Tom, my problem with Arsenal is not even about result and performances. Arsenal fade up a lot in a lot of matches when you expect them to do well. They fade up a lot. For me, though, Arsenal, the only big thing they've played this season is you guys and Tottenham Hotspur, and they do this match.
Yeah, but we're shite though. I can admit.
I know. But I can guarantee you they are playing Manchester City this Saturday. That is why I'm gonna test it, because I've seen them play some couple of big small teams. They're gonna little bit draw and they win. That Bournemouth win for me. They were expected to be Bournemouth. For me, Man City is a big test. So I want to see their mentality, because if they go one go behind or two go behind, you are not coming back against City. I can guarantee you that. Pep is gonna finish you, because Pep is a meticulous manager. He's gonna tell his player, I dare you guys to fuck up.
But anyway, I'll steer the conversation back to Chelsea anyway. But no, I thought performance-wise, you play a lot of the players played well. To be honest with you, Colwell at left back, I thought did a brilliant job. I think even though it was a makeshift to put Cucurella at right back, I'd never seen him play right back before, so it might have been the first time or whatever. But I thought it was quite solid defensively, anyways, and he had that pass going forward as well. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of the praise from me anyway would come from the midfield. I thought the midfield was brilliant, but based upon that, the control that you actually had in the game, we've said this before about with Enzo and Caicedo, they need to build that understanding, that partnership, if they are going to be the pivot players. And I know he dropped Gallagher in tonight a lot more than he did Enzo when he played him further forward to actually springboard the passes in for Mudryk, Brozier and Palmer. But I think really in the final third, you've got that player that can put that drop ball in behind and you can have people run onto it, really. But it just depends on how far you can win the ball up. And the way that Fulham played, really, I think it played into your hands based upon that. Look, they will keep the ball. They will try and keep possession. And if you can press them high up the field and you can catch a couple of their players off guard, which they ain't brilliant on the ball, Fulham. That's the one thing that we can say. Even though they try to play like that, they ain't brilliant at it. And at the end of the day, you got them out with a couple of the chances and everything with the passes and stuff. So I think at the end of the day, performance is performance. And really, at the end of the day, you've got the points on the board, and that's what you can really care about. But to try and sustain it over a full season, I think you're going to struggle. And that's why I think you do need to invest. Me personally, if I was in your guys' shoes, I would invest in January in this number 9. I don't think you can take the risk to wait till the summer, because the competition to try and get into the top 4 for this season.
We will go for number 9.
I mean, let's be real. you'd probably say City, maybe Arsenal, Liverpool. There's probably 3 places.
Mm-hmm.
There is literally only like one major spot left.
No, it's gonna
And
be
you-
5 teams today. 5 teams gonna go into
5.
the
Well, okay. Well, then you've got Newcastle. You've got Spurs who are playing well at this moment in time. Then there's you. There's probably Man United, Villa. Like there's about 4 or 5 teams that any of us could take it. So people at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying with you guys. I don't think you can take that risk of getting to January and
We
not
have to get a
invest
number 9.
and not investing. Then listen, you can say it that look if you can get Osimhen in the summer, then we're prepared to wait and that. But
I'm not waiting for him.
do you really want to risk not getting the UCL based upon you didn't want to just sign that striker in January
No.
to get you the goals that you need to get you over the line?
He even said it that a conversation will be held in November, December with regards to Osimhen and Abitoni. One of them will be getting January. He said not two. Just one.
I think probably more likely Tony that you'd probably get.
I want Osimhen.
Osimhen, yeah, I understand that you'd want Osimhen and everything, but I think Osimhen's a deal that you have to do in the summer. And I don't just think that's for you guys. I think that's for anybody. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United, City, anybody. I think anybody wouldn't be able to sign him in January because I don't think Napoli would let him go, personally. But obviously we know the stuff that's happened over there and everything. And it is disgraceful and we have to condemn it. But at the end of the day, they have the clauses in place where they can let him go for a certain amount of price, and the president controls what happens with Napoli's players. So at the end of the day, I think you would have to wait for Osimhen, but I don't think you can. I think with what you have with Tony is he's not. I don't think he'll ever reach the levels of what many people will say, and that's one thing I will agree with what you and AB said. I don't necessarily think that you need that striker that's only just going to be a bit ahead of Brozier and Jackson. I think Tony is in an own league in comparison to Jackson and to Brozier, because he can get over those 20, 25 goal marks per season. He's done it for Brentford, but I think in the team that you guys are building, I think it'd be stupid really if you didn't go for a young quality number 9.
And I think that's why I'm leaning towards Osimhen rather than.
How old is Osimhen?
Osimhen is 24.
24?
Yes. So I'm leaning towards Osimhen rather than Tony because
I thought he was older.
I know the way Todd Bowley is going to run. Yes, we might go for a spare, but they'll look at the data. Who are we going to run?
Well, the only thing that I'm going to say with you guys is there's going to be one of you two out of Chelsea and Arsenal. I think will sign Ivan Toney in January.
I think Arsenal will sign him.
I think Arsenal personally will probably end up getting him.
Yeah,
based upon that they're going for the title. They're going for the title and they need that player that's going to score them the goals. They need that other option. Because Jesus is a forward, he's not a goal scorer.
Yeah.
Tony is a goal scorer.
And if they go for Tony, it makes it more better for us to go for Osimhen. Because I know for a fact.
But the only problem I'm saying
is all about the player. Regardless of what the Laurentians want, it's all about the player. And I'll say it again. Osimhen has only 1 year on his contract. His contract expires in 2025.
Yeah.
Comes January, Osimhen and his leverage will tell the Laurentians, Chelsea bring money, let me go.
The only problem I'm saying with that though is that it's not about money because you guys will pay whatever it takes to get him. I just don't believe that it's a deal that can be done in January.
For me, it can't be done in January. It's about the willingness of the players. For me,
well,
it's about the willingness of the players. For me, though, I think it can be done. It's all about Osimhen. See, having a conversation with the Laurentians is not a problem for Todd Bowley and Baghdad because it's all about president and ownership having a conversation. It's not a problem. It's about the willingness of the player because if we put the money on the table and tell the Laurentians, he has 120, he has 1 year on his contract, this is 120. Once we can agree personal terms with Osimhen, for me, the game is over. Because Osimhen will put the move.
Yeah. But if you put devil's advocate on that really and say it like this, well, if you don't end up landing Tony and you can't get Osimhen in January,
we are finished.
You are stuck where you wouldn't. I don't know who you would get. Honestly, and I'm being honest, those are the only 2 names that I can realistically say I think you could potentially get because money's not an option. But Brentford will sell Ivan Toney in January. I don't doubt that in the slightest because if they could have sold him in the summer, I think they would have done. Yeah. But with Osimhen, I just think that the market that Napoli could get in the following summer, they'd rather have 3 or 4 clubs want Osimhen than just have one club in January to negotiate with.
The problem
Because, because that price will only go up if you have United at the door, if you have Chelsea there, if you have Arsenal, if you have Madrid, whoever at the door.
But you know what the problem
price
is?
will only
You know
go
what
up
the
for that
problem is
player.
now? With the problem that's happening with Napoli and the racism stuff and everything, De Laurentiis is a businessman. It's like Daniel Levy. He knows for a fact 2025 I am losing Osimhen on free, and he knows.
But that's why I'm saying that summer
he knows in
market.
the summer, a lot of club will call for him, but he knows
that summer market. He would have cute clubs knocking on the door. He would have 4 or 5 big European clubs that will want Victor Osimhen, and they will know the price. It will be over 150 million euros or upwards of that figure. And those clubs at that time, I think a lot of them will pay for that player at that price tag, because Real Madrid at this moment in time are probably identifying what number 9 they want. Yeah, but he can play out on the wide if need be, and you can just sign another number 9. So you've got clubs like Real Madrid that will look. You guys will obviously look for one. And at the end of the day, if Arsenal don't get Tony in January, they will probably look for one. And they've just splashed 100 million on Rice, so they're changing their policy to buy players completely. But this is what I'm saying. If you can't get Osimhen in January, you got to get a goal scorer, because you can't go for that from January to the end of the season not having a player that can score goals consistently. That is anyway.
But Tom, don't forget we've got Nkunku.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a goal scorer, a proven goal scorer.
Yeah, but we know this with the Bundesliga though. That's the only difference.
But I mean, he's head and shoulders above Jackson and Boja.
Yes.
We know that.
Yeah, but we need to test him though in the Premier League. That's the only thing.
Well,
pre-season's one thing, and Premier League's a different thing. And
if you're good
enough, you're good enough. You can say the same thing about Osimhen as well. He played in the Serie A league, so you really don't know.
No, what I'm trying to say is he's a proven goal scorer where if you create chances for him, he will score.
Yeah.
I'm not saying maybe he will fit into your team or he won't fit into your team. I'm saying he's well proven where if you create chances for him, he's going to score. He's that kind of striker. So let's not forget that as well. So I mean, not getting an out-and-out striker by Chelsea in this January, I don't think is the end of the world for Chelsea.
So do you think when you've got all these other clubs around you who have proven number 9s, that you guys with Nkunku will guarantee you top 4?
The only team is that has a proven number 9 really isn't it Haaland? So they are City.
Man City.
These guys, Arsenal, they have centre forwards. We wouldn't say they have really out and out striker.
Newcastle have 2. Villa have one who's scoring week in week out in Watkins.
Which are the two for Newcastle? Which two play for Newcastle?
Callum Wilson and Isak have got a proven goal scorers. In the Premier League anyway, the proven goal scorers.
Yeah. We can say they have proven. Tottenham, I don't know who. Richarlison.
Well, they're finding ways to score though. So.
But Tottenham might even go for one of. Tottenham might even go for
Son is a proven lad.
But the problem is Tottenham might be even be the one that will go for even Tony, not Arsenal for me.
No.
Because Tottenham
he said in that interview he would love to play for Arsenal. So if Arsenal come knocking at the door and Spurs are there, like you already know with Arsenal probably in January the trajectory is to push for the title from January till May, and he would be one of the main players for that title push. So I think it would be difficult based upon that, but I don't think relying just on Nkunku to try and get you as many goals as you want in terms of that you said if he can convert the chances, that's one thing, but going from January to May, we already know he's got this injury already. We don't know the recovery time, and if he comes back,
He'll be back against you guys. Against you guys.
look at it like this from this perspective.
It's
What
remember
sort of
the-
actually what sort of injury does he have? Just out of curiosity.
It was a knee.
knee injury.
Knee
So
injury.
was it like an impact injury though? Is what I'm
Impact
saying.
injury, yes.
Yeah, it was.
Well, we don't know if a centre half sticks it on him on his knee or whatever. We don't know
Yeah.
if it will last up and take it, or if he will maintain and he might be out for a couple of games here and there toward the end of the season. Because I admit in that pre-season with Jackson, they were killing it. I'll absolutely admit that, no problems. But when it comes to the Premier League, and when you've just said there about an actual impact injury, the Premier League players don't care. As we saw in that Liverpool game, they don't care.
Yeah.
They'll stick
That's why we
it
need-
on
that's why
you.
we need the physical number 9.
They'll slide it over the ball and take your leg out. They don't care. And if that happens on Nkunku's knee, well, he might not play for the rest of that season. And that's why I'm saying, even if you have Nkunku there, I still think having that other option, because we know with Brozier and with Jackson that they're potential strikers. They're not proven. And Nkunku, you can say, is proven. He's done it in the Bundesliga. That's fair enough. But just to rely on him to be that source of goals, I don't necessarily think sustainable. It might be if he stays fit. We don't know that we can't say that because we can't look into the future. But the long-term aspiration, you have to have a number 9. Every club realistically has one of those players, or they've invested in that player. A lot of clubs have anyway.
So
Because for me-
we're saying in January Chelsea has to press the panic button for
Well,
his
it's
team.
It's not panic. It's not about panic. But for me, it's like you have to see how the season goes first. You never know.
Yeah,
how
well,
you don't know how- obviously,
the aspiration for you guys has to be you have to get back into that top 4. And for me, I
getting back to
think
Champions
you will be challenging in and around there, but the teams around you have the players that can score them the goals. Like I just said, Newcastle have 2 of those players that can do that for them.
Yeah.
We know with Villa, they have a player who's lighting the league up right now with Watkins. We don't know, obviously, if that can be sustained or whatever. But again, even with clubs like Spurs, they don't necessarily have that natural goal scorer, but they're finding ways to score. Whereas with you guys, what we said from the start of the season till now has been the main issue, has been that you're not scoring enough. That's the situation. And
Even Boya today, in as much as he scored today, he had a one-on-one.
well,
He
he sat the goalkeeper. He sat the goalkeeper down, and he had 2 defenders in
Osimhen
the goal.
and Ivan Toney scored those goals. That chance.
No, but but the thing was that, especially because it was his first game starting and back. So
Yeah,
obviously
we
it's
can
not
accept
gonna,
that.
We're gonna accept that. But the thing is that at the end of the day, for me, it's about see where you are in January. I'm not gonna because I always said we needed a number 9, yeah. But the thing is that you don't have to get forced as well to pay crazy money, and especially if you buy that number 9, is he actually gonna guarantee that top 4 spot? And is the board actually actively looking to get top 4? Are they more looking to European football?
Sure.
Us fans, we always would like to be back in the Champions League, but the board, are they really like Champions League? Is that
Surely,
really what?
the amount of money that these guys spend, they're ambitious. When they've dropped out of it last
Yeah.
season, you don't invest that money in Caicedo and all the other players to not try and push for top 4.
Yeah.
And even in saying that, lads, like even if you don't buy a number 9, you will sign players in January.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if you don't sign a couple more, even in advance of this number 9. But the only thing is, like you, and I do agree with what you said, Kenny. You get into this number 9, will it guarantee you getting into that top 4? If you're fluttering around between 6th and 4th place, you should go all in to try and get this number 9.
Yeah.
If you're fluttering around that, if you're fluttering where you are, like I don't know, about 10th to 8th or something like that, then you might say, well, settle for Europe, get a proper number 9 in the summer, or get the one that we actually want. But the only problem is, if you want in Osimhen, like I said, there's going to be 4 or 5 different clubs that are going to want him, and you guys can pay the fee to get him, but it's his choice then. And at the end of the day, he's got as Abdullahi says, he's got 1 year left in his deal. So effectively, the cards are stacked on him. Yeah, you can. Any club can pay the price, but it's where he wants to go.
Because we did the same thing with Leipzig, where if imagine if we bought him in the summer, he wouldn't choose Chelsea. We choose.
You didn't
that
buy
later.
You bought Leipzig in the middle of it.
It
Nkunku in the
would have
middle of the
chosen
In the
season.
middle,
Liverpool.
yeah,
If
just
it's in
before
the summer, it would have
the
chosen
World
Liverpool.
Cup.
What Chelsea did was Chelsea had an agreement with him first in December, and when he agreed to join us in December, it was easier.
Oh
to
yeah,
decide.
this was when you were fluttering with
So,
Guardiola and that as well,
yeah,
weren't
it
you?
was
Yeah,
easier.
yeah, yeah.
To
It was
decide
even
to
before
make clause.
December.
Yes,
Even
we
before
signed
December.
him.
But
We signed him in November.
guys, but you know what I'm thinking, right?
Mhm.
What I'm thinking is, if let's say by Christmas, or
Mhm.
sorry, by January,
hmm
we are between like something close to the sixth position. You know what I mean? Maybe we're like sixth, seventh, or fifth,
Mhm.
okay, or thereabout. I believe even if they want to buy a striker, they will buy a striker that fits the current model they are currently
Looking at that's Osimhen.
they are, hold on. I believe they will go for a striker in that fits into the model they are currently trying to implement, and they will go for somebody that has like high potential or highly talented, some kind of highly talented unknown 20, 21, 22-year old boy. But let's say we're still delving in like 10th, 11th, ninth, then they will go for an Osimhen, because an Osimhen would not come cheap for you. And we know Chelsea would want to offer like an Osimhen, maybe like a 7-year contract, and they'll probably want to double his wages. So they will actually buy it if they think, okay, we need a joker, a number 9 as a joker for our
No,
team. That's when they will go for an Osimhen. If we are sort of like thinking like we are sort of like in that number 6 position, fifth, seventh position, and we are doing well, and we're not losing carelessly, you'll probably go for like some kind of like a Wahi, or what's his name? That is like
no, why is
21-year-old boy.
he's gone already? He's done already.
No,
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 but
but he only went to, he's still in France.
yeah, no, but
He's still,
he went this summer. It's not. They're not going to sell him just and they bought him for now. They're not going to sell him in January. But the
why
thing is,
would they? No, 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 hold on, hold
no,
on. I said they would go for a player like that. I'm not saying they will go for Wahi. I said they will go for a
how,
player of that caliber who is like 21, who has the talent, who they know he can score goals. Okay. But if we are
and
desperate, that is when we'll go. If if we're super desperate, you will be shocked. They'll just go for Osimhen and Tony
no,
together.
but no, no. But the thing, even if we're
No, no,
desperate, the thing is that
I'm just no, no, I'm just saying
no,
the
yeah,
different
I'm just saying that
cases, the
if
different
we're
cases.
intent or like them places where
No,
we
no,
are
no,
right
no, no.
now,
Imagine like we are maybe like 11th, okay, 12th,
yes,
and maybe we're only winning like 30-40% of our games. That's
yes.
desperate. They're gonna go for established striker, or established two strikers. Okay,
No, but
they'll
I,
just make that the exception.
I
Okay.
don't think they'd go for two shot. And the thing is that even the money that people are like we have money, but the thing is that you can see this summer they were trying to sell players already, especially players from the academy. So if you want to buy that £100 million player, like the Osimhen, you're gonna have to sell some players. You're gonna have to sell probably
I
some.
don't know. No, no, no. I don't believe in that. This
They have to
theory
no
of
because no you have to the way they're spending money. You have to sell players. You can't keep spending money without like you have to sell players. And
so you think no. The thing is they've let's just accept that last summer they built a new team, and they tried to get rid
yes,
of as many players as they could. It's as easy as that. It's an easy, simple equation. But what I said is, by January it will have gotten, it might have got a little bit complicated. It won't be as easy as last summer, where let's clear everything out and build a new distance. You have to be, you have to look, you have to weigh the individual conditions. We have to weigh, look at it case by case, and look at
Mm.
where we are as a football club. If we're 7th, 6th, they might even not go to and buy anybody else. And let's say all our players are all available and they are all healthy and we're playing well, they might just say,
Yeah,
"Oh no,
yeah.
let's just wait till the end of the season."
The
Okay.
only thing, yeah. The only thing though, if you invest in this number 9 and it costs you over 100 million, if you
Yeah,
make the top 4, you make that money back for qualifying. So effectively, you're investing to. It's basically gambling, and then
yeah.
if you actually get into the top 4, you've got your money back. So effectively, you have a free player that you've just paid for, but then just get the money back later on. But then, of course, you would still be in the Champions League for next season, which would then boost the summer window if you still wanted to do business for other players.
Correct. Yeah.
But again, like Kelly was saying before he left, that you, in terms of selling players, it's not so much just about the players that you bring in at like 100 million Caicedo or 100 million this. Like, build the base, build the spine of your team. You've obviously invested heavily in the goalkeeper with Sanchez, so I think that's a mainstay. The back four, you could probably do with another centre half next to Diassi because Thiago Silva's not going to be prolonged, and Colwell, I think clearly what Pochettino's trying to do is going to try and invert him to be a left back or whatever, inverted midfielder or do whatever with him anyway. He's not going to use him as a natural centre half. So then you'll probably invest in another centre half, and then that's your defensive spine sort of with the goalkeeper. CDM, you've just invested in Caicedo and Fernandes to basically be a pivot. You've already just invested in basically an attacking midfielder come split striker in Nkunku. So then if you just invest in a number 9, the spine's there. So if you invested in this number 9 now or whenever, and then you get the centre half in the summer, the spine of your team's sorted. And you've obviously invested a lot in young players for fullback, like for the fullbacks, for example. You brought in Gusto, wide plays, Palmer, Mudryk. So development is obviously going to play a part. But if you get a player that can score you the goals and that advances you in those final games, because when it comes down to it, from January to May, it's not about performances. It's literally about smash. If you can take a 1-0 smash and grab somewhere, you take it. But you need a goal scorer that's going to do that. And if Nkunku can't stay physically fit based upon the injury, or he needs a lot more recovery time to get used to it, because again, he hasn't played in the Premier League before, so we have to see the adaptation and give him the time to do that. But in January, from January to May, you don't have that time to give a player an adaptation period. You need results there and then. Especially if you want to make the top 4. So it is a gamble if you don't invest in that number 9. But if you invest, then you'd get your money back for qualifying.
But the thing is, like, the way people are saying it, as if it's just a straightforward transaction, or we'll just go for it. And I believe it depends on different scenarios, and it's going to be weighed up case by case. Okay, so let's say, for example, now before January, what's his name? Jackson scores out. Okay, let's say before January, Jackson scores like 12 goals. Okay, they're just gonna say, well, if he can score 12 goals, why do we need to rush and go out and buy another striker? We have one who's giving us 12 goals before Christmas or by January. Okay, he's going for the AFCON. Well, he's going to be out for the AFCON for just like 2 weeks. I'm sure they can wait. You know what I mean? I'm sure there can be contingency plan for like 2-3 weeks. So I don't think it's something they're going to go out there and rush because they are really not. If you look at it, a striker is not just what you can plug. They are not readily available out there. So it's not like going to buy like a right back or a left back. People are talking so much about Ivan Toney, which me personally I believe is just overrated, really. So I wouldn't, and I don't think it's going to come for cheap. He's going to come with his, and he's going to come. He's going to come with his own baggage and with his own negative PR. Believe it or not, if he goes to Arsenal, the noise of the negative PR would not be as loud as if he comes to Chelsea. That's just reality. If he comes to Chelsea and he plays 3 games and he doesn't score, we know what the media will start talking. Start saying about it.
That's the thing, though. If you're gonna invest, though, invest in the player you want. That's the only thing that you can.
Exactly.
But if that player's not available, then it's either you move to another target or you gamble and you wait till you get the player next year, and you might have to take another hit of no Champions League. That's the only difference. But even competition for Europa League is going to be difficult. Even conference, Aston Villa, like with the actual width that they're playing. And excuse me, I've not even mentioned about West Ham, for example. I think the money that they've spent with the Rice money as well, I think they've invested well. So there is other scenarios where these clubs will follow into a domino effect, and West Ham might get Europa League football, they might get Conference League, or Villa might get one or the other, and Brighton are probably going to go start clawing back up the table. There's you guys, there's United, there's Liverpool that might drop into that conversation, Spurs. So suddenly we're talking about 7 or 8 clubs that will be fighting for basically 6 European spots, really. And it obviously varies from Champions League to Conference, but you've got to see the balance and the drop-off in terms of if you get the number 9 that you want in January, or if you can get it, invest in it. That's the one thing that I'm saying. Especially if you're between 6th from 4th place, you can make a top 4 finish there. Because those teams from January to May will drop points.
Yes, they will.
At some point, because every team has a bad game or has a day off. And when you're going for a top 4, you have a couple of days off. When you're going for a title, it takes one game. One game where you slouch off and you lose the title. Liverpool will know that for 2 seasons when they went up against Manchester City. You slouch off on the last day of the season or whatever, you lose the title. Or in one of the other games previous in the season. With top 4, teams will drop points in that running going to the end. I remember last season with us guys at Man United, we was absolutely shitting ourselves for the final 3 games, albeit they were at home. We didn't win a game in like 4 games, and Liverpool were 1 point behind us. But we found a way to get over the line in the end, and we got the 9 points that we needed, and we kept Liverpool at bay till the end of the season. But if you can make the investment for the player that you want, which if you guys are saying is Osimhen, if you can get the player in January, get the player then, because you don't have the summer market to deal with other football clubs.
Exactly.
But also, it's a gamble. You're taking a
sorry
gamble.
to cut it short. The same thing happened to Nkunku, where Todd plan was that if I can get him before January.
Why did you? I don't understand that.
Because before January, because Nkunku priority after leaving Leipzig, or maybe I'm gonna go to a team like Liverpool or a team like a different league. So Chelsea came into because he had a new agent. So Chelsea came into him, approach him, send him everything. He agreed personal terms with Chelsea, and Chelsea struck the deal in December.
Why did he not join in January though? After the World Cup?
No, they wanted him to wait after the World Cup. He would join. Then he joined in the summer because he wanted to come in January, but
I don't.
Finish up your season.
You bought I don't understand though. You bought the player, but you couldn't use him in January when you were signed him.
Yeah.
No, I think they made a deal because I think Leipzig wanted to keep him for the season as well.
For the season,
they had lost players, so they wanted to keep him for the season.
I didn't know if you guys loaned him back there or whatever. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's not like a loan, but it was an agreement. Basically, we're gonna buy him off you next summer.
So it's basically you basically pre-order.
Yeah, like pre-agreement. Yeah, basically.
Right.
Now Osimhen would be more like. Yeah, Osimhen would be more like Enzo Fernandez. Well, we bought Enzo Fernandez last January because we knew that in the summer there would be like
a lot of
Real
people.
Madrid.
But I can see that same thing happening with Osimhen, where we could just say, okay, De Laurentiis, this guy has 1 year.
Did you have a release clause?
No. The problem is, there was a release clause proposed to him. He agreed with his entourage. De Laurentiis is proposing a different release clause.
So they've offered him a new contract,
but it's on the table.
And it has a release clause in it, but he's not accepting it. Right.
He's not accepting it at all. That was where the fight was. There was an agreement or a release clause and a new contract, but Osimhen said no. So that's where the problem is. If Chelsea bring 120, I can see De Laurentiis selling, and I can see Osimhen pushing. I can see that happen.
What, pounds or euros?
I don't know which one is bigger.
You'd have to break the Premier League record again.
Yeah, we'd have to break the record again. And that's what I don't know if they have the money. I don't know if they have the money like that to break it without selling players.
See,
you say we don't. You don't know that. Like you spend a lot of money, and they had to take another loan again.
Abdullah is dreaming again. He's dreaming.
Because don't forget they're trying to build a stadium as well. So right now they had to take some other investment as well from some other companies.
I think when you build,
I don't know if they have the money. Like I don't know if they have another 150 million to
A
drop on
stadium-
one
problem
player.
is wait. The problem is
But
I
a
don't think
stadium, a stadium, a bank will always loan you the money to
the
build it,
bank will loan.
and
The
then
problem
they'll
is
take the money
I don't
out like
think
every
I
5
don't think it's all
years.
about
No, I
money.
know.
Guys,
No,
hold on.
but
I don't think for me
yeah,
it's all about money with regards to Victor Osimhen. And I've said it for a very even Fabrizio even to tell you, Fabrizio said, and I quote him. That's not me. I quote him. He said, "It's not about money when it comes to Todd Bowley, Baghdad, Ekbali, and Clyde Lake. It's not about money. It's all about the player willingness." Osimhen has 1 year in 2025, and if we can agree with not De Laurentiis with him, for me it's a done deal because if you can agree deal with him and personal time with him, Osimhen will push the move in January. He will push the move. He will. He will tell the Laurentiis, "I want to leave. This is a reasonable amount of money for me. Let me go." He will leave. It's not dumb. He will, and I'm telling people, Osimhen has a package. P Square, Whiskey, Olamide. I'm not joking. He has
yeah,
people around him that are advising, Mr. Man.
yeah. At the end of the day, the guy has a contract. Even the guy doesn't want to let him go, it's not gonna say. All
And you
this
know,
you can push, but
mhm,
if Chelsea are not willing to like put that money up, because
mhm,
Napoli will ask for at least 150, 140, because they know that even if they don't sell him in January, there's gonna be clubs there in the summer.
mhm. I don't think the
So
problem
you
is
can
I don't think the Laurentiis will ask for 150 because he knows he has only 1 year. So 150 for me might be a little bit stretch. It's possibly maybe
no.
120 with add-ons is possible. Maybe,
But
but
the thing
we'll
is that
see.
even if he has 1 year, the thing is that there's always gonna be a market for him because he's
Yes,
gonna be
there
the
will be a
sought after
market.
striker. So even if there's one is like Harry Kane, even if there's 1 year left, just because there's so low amount of strikers, and probably he's the next striker, like the next like marquee striker that's gonna be on the market. So there's
Mhm,
always gonna be offers there. So
mhm,
even if we don't, even if there's 1 year left, club are gonna know that they're gonna have to pay. Club are still gonna be there, and there's gonna be
mhm.
a market for him. So I don't think it's gonna be that pressed to sell him in January. And the thing we don't even know how the affair over there in Napoli is gonna go in the next few months.
Yeah, but
Maybe
the
stuff
problem is,
happens there.
and this is what the problem is with the way Napoli is playing in Serie A, I don't see them finish. I don't see them winning the league because AC Milan and Inter Milan are on the neck. Maybe they might finish third or fourth. That might change Napoli's stance in terms of Osimhen and this. How this is how important can they keep him, and how pivotal is it for them? That's the two questions we're gonna ask because the way they've been playing recently, I'm not impressed because they've been looking very lackluster. Inter Milan are looking good. AC Milan are looking good. So now it depends
Yeah.
on can we push with Osimhen in January or can we just lose him and buy someone else
And
who can
and
push?
and, and I think it depends as well how the club is going because
Mhm.
I think if the club like shows him that it's serious, but like if we're still languishing in like 10th or 11, honestly, as the player, I don't even know if I would want to come to Chelsea because I know
Exactly.
that there's going to be other clubs that might come for him. So if we're still struggling, it's not
Mhm.
even a
But
guarantee that you can actually.
Maybe in December, if you're like fourth, fifth, sixth, in that between, there may
Yeah,
chance
yeah, yeah,
there might
yeah.
be a
Then you
chance when
can
we get him,
convince.
we just push it with him along to finish top four. It's possible. But we'll see though, we'll see. We'll see. Nana, 2-1, 2-0 win, lock up shop, game over. Very good performance. What's your take?
And I speak on my guy, man. Speak on Modric, man.
Nana talk. Nana, I dare you to talk. Nana speak. Oh. Nana, how you doing, brother? NK has muted. NK, when you are ready, come back. Oh, come back. So let me go to the chat before I go to. So Tapiwa said it's actually why that Boja coming off an injury is more clinical than Jackson. I prefer not to respond to that. So many good things. I told you about Boja. So vote for face said that boy from is Albania though, it's not Armenia. Tony broke the goal scoring record when he was in his championship. He isn't just a new talent. He has been consistent. Okay, I agree. So vote said economical football. That is what Chelsea need at least 35% of the season to survive. Simple, noticeable improvement in game management. Do the same thing against Burnley. We
What
need
does it mean
Osimhen.
to survive? What does it mean to survive? What does that mean?
I prefer not to respond. Big up to Chelsea.
Blew I say early. Wow.
Chelsea perspective. Nana,
Yeah, man.
give me your take,
Nah,
bro.
man. Nah. Was that early bird gets the
Catches the worm.
catch first
Nana, go
worms,
ahead.
fresh worms, my brother.
We'll talk about Levi Colwell later. I heard I saw the end of that stream. We'll talk later.
No worries.
It was a needed win.
Mm-hmm.
It was a needed win. There were some good things. There were some bad things, but it was a needed win, so I can't complain. Um, for me, I was because I'm gonna keep it short. I'm not gonna be too excited because Fulham didn't show themselves at all, and the thing is, we knew they weren't great, but wow. Um, so there were some promising signs. We take it into Burnley, and Burnley we have to win that game, and we move on. I'm not gonna. I could just dissect a few things about the game, but I would like that to be like a sort of open convo. Just bottom line, I'm happy we won the game. Clean sheet as well is good. So we take that onto the next game. We take that onto the next game. We take that onto the next game.
Fair
There was
enough.
some good performances around the pitch. So yeah, we move, man. We move.
Blue Eyes, 2-0 win, lock up shop, game over. No, you can't beat anybody. In as much as I don't like Galaga, it was the one of it was good today. I cannot. It was good.
Abdullah,
Today.
just stop.
It was good today. In as much as I don't
Abdullah,
like
stop,
the
stop,
captain,
just stop. I don't know what you're. Just leave this
I
boy
have
alone.
stopped.
Yo, Blue Eyes, remember last time people were saying put the same team, put Ugochukwu, but
Yeah,
then
I
you
know.
start
I was
thinking,
one of those. Don't mind Abdullah.
Alright.
Don't mind Abdullah. Abdullah is the chief of diplomacy. You're trying to be political. Good evening, everybody. To answer your question, my brother, I'm excited. I'm very excited for. I actually watched this game till from beginning to end, and even when they were clapping for the fans. Like I sat down and watched this game critically. I said, this is the one of the first games that there was no pressure, whether we win, whether we lose. So I just enjoy ball.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like Nana said, rightfully so. So many good things, but as well, so many bad things. But Nana, that's life. Nana, that is Nana, my brother, isn't that life?
It's life. Bloody hell.
The road to Madonna said the road, if you want to get the sweet grapes, you have to go through thorns, bro. And today, I mean, again, I get excited when I see victories. I know. I get excited when I see victories. Unlike Nana, I'm going to pick out some performances.
Go ahead, boss. Go ahead.
Unlike Nana, I am going to pick out some performances. The first guy I'm going to pick out is again Cole Papa, man. My only problem with Cole Papa is he has the tendency to cut the ball backwards all the time. However, when he cuts the ball backwards, he knows what to do with it. That's what I noticed. He still gets out of jail free.
Sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
I don't like him as a winger. I want him as a number 10. I do not like him as a
But
winger.
let me just finish what I'm saying.
Finish up.
When he cuts the ball, it frustrates me so bad because most kids that I've seen that try to cut the ball backwards don't know what to do with it afterwards. Sorry?
Go ahead.
Somebody's talking. No, anybody have a question? Go ahead.
Nobody's
Okay, I thought I heard.
I think there was a bit of echo, so no. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, I'm like, why is this boy cutting the ball backwards? However, he knows what to do with it. When somebody please mute, man. Yeah. Okay. Are we good?
You know,
Okay.
someone's torturing someone in the background. I don't know. I mean, a man screaming and
my brother will go ahead.
Everybody, okay, cool. So no, for me, I was very impressed with Cole. The reason I called him out is I was very impressed with his game, but he's got to be very careful or he's going to belong on the bench. This is why I'm making this point clear right now. Yesterday I said he cannot. It looks like he's slight in nature, but I can see now his game. He has good game. However, that thing he does, cutting the ball, I don't like it. But he knows what to do when he cuts the ball in. And you know what I like about the game today? My man of the match was Mauricio Pochettino. He took him out immediately. If you remember, 72 minutes. There was one time he did that nonsense. And as soon as he did it, the entire
and he lost the ball.
Yeah. And when Pochettino pulled him out, I'm like, exactly. This is how you take it. You take a star, you make a general, you make him a 1-star general, and you take the star away. That's how you do it. That's management.
Mm-hmm.
He caught that fast, so I'm hoping. Nana, you're laughing. No, I like that, especially with a kid that has potential.
It's true.
No, especially with a kid that has potential, because this is how you keep them hungry. If he played 90 minutes, he would feel like he's Baba. If he played 90, imagine if he played 90 minutes now, because I thought it was close to a 9/10 performance. Kopamba. The boy can play ball. The only problem is that cuts him back. You know why? Because if you play badass teams, like let's say, I'm not even going to say the top 6. If you meet like Newcastle on a bad day, as soon as you cut, the ball and possession, they'll take everything away from you, man.
Both of you.
Leg as well.
Everything, my brother, man. You might even end up, if care is not taken, they might even carry you away if you're not careful. So, if that boy wants to be a classy player, all he needs to learn now to add to his game is, as soon as you get the ball, if you're running forward, Papa. If you're running forward, don't cut back. Forget about the back. That's why you have midfielders behind you. That's why you need to create synergy. Very important. So that when it's like 4x100 meter relay. When you're collecting that baton, do you look back?
No, go forward. Until your
If
destination.
you look back, what happens?
And they go pass you. They go carry something past you.
No, you will drop the baton now.
And now people with the back, they go on about.
You're gone. So that's the same way I'm looking at it, and I feel this kid can do it. He needs to put on some weight, in my humble opinion. This is me just being critical, but today he's basically like Kai Havertz, but with a gear forward. He's an attack-minded player, and he's very. Another thing is that he's very shrewd. I was reading the comments. Vote with your feet. Vote with your feet says something that really caught my attention. He said, "Economic." I think he called it economical game, right?
Economical football.
Yes. Vote with your feet. You couldn't have been any more correct. Economical football, and to me, it was because of this kid. So take away the cutbacks, fine. Number 2, Opanka. He behaved himself today a little bit.
When you put him in this position, that's what happens. Stop
You know why? So maybe we're gonna maybe the word to the buzzword today is vote with your feet. Opanka played economical football. He wasn't overstressed up front. He wasn't overstressed in the defense. He wasn't overstressed in the midfield. He was just efficient. I'm like, okay. And it reflected the coach substituting him past prime time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was preaching to the choir. His performance today preached to the choir. It looks like this is what we need from him. He wasn't all over the place. He was just, and then he was being, one thing I really liked about him today, but again, maybe, I hope I'm not getting too excited, I get Fulham. He was animated with the ball. He will carry ball. He will wait for 2 people to. That's why I say. Remember when I say attract two players for me? Let me see if you can play ball. Because when you attract 2 players, it's always -1. Always -1. That's what we need from Opanka. I thought he had a 6 out of 10 performance today. So congratulations. It's a step in the right direction.
Mute your mic, man. Let him talk. Mute your mic. Let him talk. Now you give your own rating though. Don't mind it.
Yeah, 6 is crazy, man.
This is crazy, but it was good.
My issue is not even 6. It's to say well done. He said well done.
Yeah, well done. Now what's that? That's basically above average. That's above average. And then well done.
It was good.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I can't breathe.
How can you you say all these things about it and then man says 6 out of 10?
Foul. No, that's foul. That's foul.
Oh,
anyways, no, I was impressed with Opanka's game. jokes aside, I said 6 out of 10, but I was really impressed with his game because I didn't see him all over the place. I don't want if you're class in midfield, you're supposed to be seamless. I don't need to see you. I just performance, and he was doing that. He had a few. He needs to learn how to put his chances away, even though they are few and far between. I'm not saying he's a striker. Before people will say I'm coming after him, he needs to learn how to put those games because that's the difference between him and Declan Rice. If you leave Declan Rice, if you fall asleep in the 18, Rice gonna eat your lunch, man. So this is where he now has to bring that into. I know he has it, but he's got to find those things. And then, Cucurella, man. Can we talk about Cucurella?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm not sure what's going on. Is he playing for a move, or is this
I
the
think
Cucurella we know?
I think he's going to stake a place in the team. And I've been saying it in this place. I've been saying it. Ben Chilwell is a political move. Him being the assistant captain, I have a problem with that because I'm like, Cucurella is a better player than Ben Chilwell, defensively and attackingly. He is better than Chilwell. I've seen him play.
No, but Cucurella earned the bench. He earned the bench.
Cucurella is
he earned time on the bench. I don't agree with all the length of time, but he definitely earned time on the bench.
He earned time on the bench. No, it's not like he was. It's not like he was against.
It's true. No, it's time.
Yeah.
No, he earned time on the bench, man. Let's be fair. It doesn't matter.
Like if Chilwell come back from injury, he's gonna earn time on the bench until Pope is ready to play. Because if we get injured again,
of course.
I wish.
But you see what Abdullah, but you see what's gonna help Cucurella as well. Is he's shown that he can play both wings, and I was impressed with that.
Yeah,
you know. So man, Cucurella, fantastic, and then Broha, man. For a first day, I want to see who passed that ball to him.
It was Cole Palmer, I think.
It was Cole Palmer.
And you see,
let's be. He wasn't the best of balls, but.
Yeah, it was but it's it's about what the pass.
It's a pass of intent.
Yeah,
the intent was good, but he was lucky because
not only that, he put it in a dangerous spot.
Yes,
he put it in a dangerous spot. The defender would be stupid not to do what he did, even though the defender assisted in the assist. It was exactly so crafted. But apart from that, bro, I'm very happy for him, man. That goal will bring so much confidence, and he can at least build from that. I'm not sure if he's a build kind striker or if he's a finish at the top type striker. I'm not sure yet. I don't really know much about Bro, I'll be honest with you. Because anytime he wants to start, he will stop. But this time around, hopefully, But let me ask you guys a question. Do you want us to spend 120 million on a striker that can help the team, or on a striker that the team can help to score?
Both of them, because
no. Choose one side. Choose one side. If you were to choose a side,
someone that can help the team, and the reason is because in some pivotal moment in a match where you're gonna play a big team like City, Liverpool, you just need one chance. Just one chance. I'm not trusting Boja or Jackson to finish that chance. That I'm not trusting.
Trick question. He's tricking you.
No. Let me answer that because those chances. Today he missed a sitter today. Boja missed a sitter. It dribbled the goalkeeper and he blasted it over to Afghanistan.
No, but this is first day. It's first day in a year, man. Come on.
I know, but as a clinical striker, as a striker, you gotta score that. You have to score that.
First day in a year.
I know. You gotta score that, boys. He blasted that ball to Afghanistan.
Abdullah is not being real, man. He's not being real. That's a rush of blood. That's his first rush of blood in a year.
First chance, his first list of.
I know. But at least you have to just calm down and play.
He probably doesn't even know the power he has in his legs in a real game.
He doesn't know the. You guys are acting as if this guy was.
If it is Nicola Jackson will not even enter that place. Jackson will just be one above that.
Yo, Chelsea fan are so funny. This bro has scored. Let's be real. It was a fluky goal. People are calling him the. I'm saying, he should be the next number 9. Should start.
No.
People are getting too excited again after one game.
Your take on
on what?
On Moises Caicedo.
Oh my goodness! Sorry, before I forget. My goodness, man. Donche. Hey. Sometimes I call him Donche. Sometimes I call him Moise. I don't know which one to call. Today I call him Donche, man. The guy controlled my midfield for me this in a very disciplined manner. He was calm, collected. He was rugged. He knew when to slow the pace of the entire game. Sometimes he actually affected the speed of the game in some cases in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then he knows how to do this one touch pass.
Mm-hmm. With Enzo and Gallagher, both the three of them.
I haven't come to Gallagher now. Leave Gallagher alone.
But let's finish it today.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm just leave Gallagher. Just leave Gala. Leave Gala, beg. But yo, Caicedo, man. Again, this is against Fulham. So, like everyone, like I think Nana was saying, is this the litmus test we want to use to test our players? I don't know, but I can't keep saying that, man, because Mauricio Pochettino seems to be doing something. You know, his substitutions today, that taking out Kompama and bringing in Ugo.
Mm-hmm.
God. Listen, Ugo stays, man. He made one mistake today.
No.
But listen, that guy's got to stay, and Pochettino's got to find a spot for him on this team. He has shown
his spot is on the bench.
No, but a bench, meaning is it bench to January and bounce? January you go to France?
Sorry,
Bench-
Blue eyes. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry to cut you off.
He stays.
Sorry to cut you off. I apologize. It's
No problem.
my issue is because we see the way Moises Caicedo is playing.
Yes.
Because my issue is he's the type to get into the trenches of the game, i.e., some of the times the way he flies into challenges.
I don't like that.
see
Who?
Caicedo, and
Yeah.
I see his knee. I'm not secure at all.
Me too.
At all. Watching.
I'm a little bit scared, but
I'm scared.
Yeah,
Nana,
the
what
way
I
he
like
tackles
about
is
what I like about him
unorthodox.
What I love about him is Moises Caicedo for me is a fit guy, and it showed this in him that I like African gene in him that I like a lot because some players that have been born, because players that have been born from white, you see them holding their legs. Come out! You still see him keep playing despite him being injured. He still want to continue to play. That is the mentality we want to see now. I don't advocate for injuries.
I just look at Leslie as alternative to Moises Caicedo. That's why I look at Leslie, and I'm not even worried if with all due respect, I'm not even worried if Caicedo misses a couple of games.
And Leslie goes.
I'm sorry.
I have faith. For real. I've seen enough.
That's crazy.
I think
I've seen
Leslie
enough,
on the Leslie on the bull compared to Caicedo, I'm sorry, there's a difference. Especially on the pressure. On the pressure. Nah.
No, of course. No, here's the thing. Of course, there's Moises is better. That's not what I'm saying.
No, but let me tell you what to go. Sorry, Nana.
Go ahead.
Kenny, let me tell you what Ugo has over Caicedo. When Caicedo gets the ball, Caicedo is fantastic. But when Caicedo gets the ball facing the opposition goal net, let's say he gets the ball in our 18-yard box, in our box, okay? Mm-hmm. So he's facing, what is he? He's backing the opposition net, right? He's backing it. You know what he does? If for him to turn, he needs at least 2 extra steps to the left or to the right. But when Ugo gets that ball, Ugo can do a bad turn with that ball. That thing is amazing pressure relief. It's huge. And there was a ball that came to Ugo with his back facing the opposition net in our 18-yard box. I said, let me see if Ugo will turn with this ball. The way he turned with that ball, my brother, man. I said, no, this boy, you're staying. So like Nana said, if, for example, he comes in one game here, one game there, Caicedo is going to face competition.
He will. Plus, Lavia is not even here back. Lavia will be back in December. So, we'll see. Lavia will be back in December.
Holy smokes. We still have Lavia,
He'll be back in December. That is it. See, you guys are talking about to go. When I'm talking about natural gym that is disciplined, Oliver is a guy. He is disciplined. That's it. That's a natural. That's a proper
So,
DM.
so what's your midfield then if Lavia returns and is fit?
Enzo
Ready?
Fernandez, Enzo
So that
Fernandez,
is
Caicedo,
the
Alavia.
Abdullah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of competition. The competition we have in our midfield now
Mm-hmm.
is the competition I want to see in the entire team.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
In the entire team, that's the competition we need. So it now depends on you, the player. It depends on the coach's opinion and who he wants to start or not start.
Yeah.
See, this is when we'll start seeing the real Chelsea. When our players start getting back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But as you've said, Abdullah, our midfield seems to be the most complete.
Complete. I said it.
At
Yeah.
Our midfield is not complete though.
No. In terms of what else is left in the midfield? The midfield is complete. You have like 7 players competing for like 3 positions
There's still one profile I think that is missing.
from the
Are you
midfield.
missing
Seven,
a
which one?
driver of the ball?
Nkunku is going to be back in
My
November.
brother, you know, you
What-
just
Missing a
what-
driver. I know this guy
Nkunku
blue
is
eyes.
back.
Missing
No,
a
no, no,
driver.
no,
A driver of the ball.
Abdullah, what do you mean? Nana, what do you mean by driver of the ball?
A driver of the ball is someone that could go from box to box quickly. I'm talking about actually comfortable driving with the. That's why. That's
What do you
Abdul.
mean? What do
Abdul.
you
That's why
mean?
he's
What do you
saying.
mean by? What do you
Abdul.
mean
That's
by
why
that?
he's saying.
Now, this is
No,
just you're just using
Abdul. No.
grammar.
Let me finish.
It's just
That's why.
it's just like you're telling me, oh, you want somebody who will.
He wants some running power in the midfield. That's
Somebody
what
say
he's saying.
Carney. Somebody say Carney. Somebody say Carney. Somebody say Carney.
But
That's a good
no,
point.
no. What I'm saying is Nana doesn't even know. Nana is just making that point, but that point is not a viable. It's not a
No, I'm saying
legitimate
for. I'm
point.
saying for blue eyes though. I'm saying for blue eyes.
For
Me
me, that's
personally.
So-
exactly what
I
I'm
think
saying.
I think
So
one I
let's-
think one of that profile. I think there's a guy.
Are you
who
sure?
was-
No. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean by no? What do you mean by driver? Is it somebody that carries the ball by
Carries the
himself?
ball. Carries the
Hold
ball
on now.
quickly.
Hold on. That carries the ball to feet from the defense to the midfield to the attack, or from the defense to the midfield, or from the midfield to the attack. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, this guy.
Abdullah, just keep talking. Keep talking. We hear you, my brother.
No.
Keep talking.
Is that what you're saying?
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, keep talking, my brother. We hear you.
I don't know. I mean, you're the one who brought up the point. If you want to
that
discuss
is what
the
I'm
ball,
saying.
if that's what you're saying, if
Abdul,
that's what
can I
you
ask you a question? Abdul, can I ask you a question?
Go
Can
ahead.
it be it can't be limited to just one scenario, right? It could be multiple of those, can't it?
Go ahead.
So for example, you see Musiala, for example, the way
It's most
he or because here's the thing, right? Nicholas drops deep anyway, right? He's a dropper, he drops into the midfield anyway to carry. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a need, blue ice, if you understand what I'm saying.
No, I think
Because
Cole Palmer
Nicholas
does it
does that
sometimes as
already.
well. Right?
I know what you're trying to say. I'm just
Yeah.
interrogating it a bit further because
Okay.
I think what you're trying to do now is you're going to start shifting. If I jump and I tell you such and such, what you're trying to do is you're just basically trying to make an argument.
Okay.
If I give
I
you,
apologize.
That's why I'm
you,
saying. That's why I'm saying
if
you're
I
right.
give you,
That's why we're saying
if
you're
I give
correct.
you,
You're correct.
hold
That's why
on,
we're saying-
You're the one who made that suggestion.
No, that's why I'm
Because
saying
if
you're correct, Abdul. You're
because
correct. Nobody's
okay,
arguing.
I've heard you. No, okay, I've heard you. Because the thing is, if I say, if I give you an indicator, you're still gonna jump and say, oh, what of such and such? Okay, that's actually, in my honest opinion, that's actually Lavia's strength. That was why once, if you can remember, I once compared Lavia. I said he reminds me of Seedorf.
Yeah,
He's a
you
ball
did.
carrier, a fantastic ball carrier. So
No, but
there's
my
there,
problem, Abdul, remember why I always interjected when you came up with that assertion? Is because how can you have Seedorf type qualities and your ship sank to League 1 from Southampton is not in EPL anymore? Why am I looking at you? Look at what's happening to our brother Wilfred Onyendidi.
what do you mean? His ship sank to like, oh.
No, but one guy can just because one guy cannot
not
save.
because I know,
No, but he's
again,
only 19
You can't
now.
blame
Not that,
a guy
no,
for his team
no,
underperforming.
no,
Also, the guy has
no,
his
Kenny,
qualities. That doesn't.
no. Kenny,
this
he's
is
still 19.
exactly what I want to hear. Of
He's
course, what I'm
he's
saying is
19. It's not like
he's a
he's
kid.
27.
Exactly,
Exactly.
he's a
So
kid. But if you look at most, anyways, again, man,
Mm.
Jude Bellingham came from Division 2, self.
So Blue Eyes,
Yeah,
I know you have been batching him, you have been on him a lot.
yes.
In as much that you were like, okay, I need to see more from him.
Mudryk.
Kyler Modric.
My problem with Mikhail Modric, I'm going to start with my problem and I'll start with my accolades. I thought he was fantastic today, but my problem with him is why can't this guy play 90 for me?
You got injured today.
You guys, your body's fine,
Okay.
but said it's
I ain't,
fine.
go- I
He's
ain't, go-
not
and
playing
I'm not
90.
gonna.
He was injured
I'm
today.
not gonna
not
lie.
playing
Like
90.
when Martin come on, I was on the one a bit. I was like,
Don't worry about my boy.
Because it was
We'll get there.
Port
We'll get
confirmed.
there.
Wait, Port confirmed in the post match that he will be ready for Saudi. Yeah, I said
Okay. So again, Mudryk was, I thought he was fantastic, but my problem with Mudryk, like I said, see today, that goal, that's his kind of goal. He beat you with pace, he beat you with control, he beat you with execution. That thing was literally a run into space, kill with that thing he did with, I think it was chest, right?
You have to give credit to
yeah,
Cowell.
he chased it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Give credit to who?
Levi Cowell. You gotta
No,
give
We
him
need
credit.
to Blue Eyes. You need to talk about what you were getting to yesterday.
We're going to talk about everybody, don't worry.
Thank you
And
very much.
so those are the kind of goals. But again, listen, you know why he scored that goal is because he found the opportunity himself.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Like,
see him.
sorry,
You can see
remember
him.
before that goal, he missed
Mm.
a chance that he and Enzo did the 1-2, and Enzo was expecting to give him back, but he shoots to Afghanistan. I'm like, what
The
do you
way
just?
that boy plays, this is it. This is what I've this is my conclusion with Mikhail Mudryk. The way he plays there, he needs at least 10 chances in the box for us to win a game for himself.
Mm.
That's the level he's at right now. You understand? Yeah, he needs at least 10. He needs to touch those balls. You see, pause. You see those chances.
I don't
Nonsense.
understand the life you're doing, man.
Let's pause quickly, right?
Continue.
it's understandable. It's Monday. It's Monday.
Holy
And-
smokes, man.
And we were very late yesterday, so
my
it's okay.
But, it's crazy. No, but
Man, I know the small pause, man. Like,
I don't even think that he needs 10 chances. It's just that sometimes in the
he
box,
does. No, he does. No,
Nah,
listen,
He's
this-
not.
no,
he's
hold
af-
on. Kenny, let me tell
Yeah.
you. This
Yeah.
is where this boy, the reason, and that means he's not ruthless yet.
He's
It
not
means-
clinical at all.
Yeah, exactly. So, but he needs the chances to be clinical. That's why I'm saying I've subsumed my everything in regards to looking at how this guy played. And I can tell you that that's why when I said to you, the quicker we can get the ball to Jackson, which also translates to the quicker we can get the ball into the attacking area, that can activate people like Modric. So he needs those chances. The same thing applies to Modric, is what I'm seeing, because, like somebody said, he missed how many?
I was like, Modric.
nah, that was not a good chance. That was just him calling inside. Like
No, it
for me,
was-
that was not a good chance. It's just that
but
he didn't hit the
it
target.
was 1-2 with
He didn't-
Enzo, though.
That's
No,
not a chance.
he didn't.
That's
No,
not a chance. That's not a chance.
That's not a chance. I don't think he should have done a 1-2. He just caught inside, and then he hit the shot.
banged
That was
it.
a poor shot, but
It was a
that's
poor
not
shot,
a crazy
yeah.
chance. But that's not a crazy chance. He should have at least hit
Listen,
the target.
he needs to.
But
For me,
the thing is, for me, is one sometimes is 1v1. Sometimes he thinks too much about going the line and crossing it instead of like being his defender. And for me,
you know what? You know
sometimes
why? You know why he does that is because like I said, he thinks mid-air, and that I think that comes. I'm guessing that comes with age. He thinks mid-air. He doesn't think before he takes off. He has so much pace and velocity in him that he can afford to just take off like a rocket and then decide where to program his GPS.
Freestyle afterwards.
Yeah, but you're forgetting that you're dealing with defenders and midfielders that already programmed their GPS 3 weeks ago. You understand? So by the time you're taking off, when you're running, it looks like you're not running anymore because these guys will cut you off quick. However, if that guy, you see how he scored that goal, you could actually see him evade the one guy, then run into pace. So
it was in a nice position. Yeah,
exactly. There was intent in what he did there, and that means he can do that any day.
Yeah.
So for me, fantastic game today. I'm not like 6.5, maybe 7. But I need to see him play 90. I don't know why, for some reason, he does 60. 60 is his mark.
According to Pochettino, because I'm not the coaching
No, I'm not just looking at today. Like today is also another
generally. Yeah, he
60.
can't do it.
I'm like 60 is his mark. I don't know why.
According to what was said, he said gradually with time, Mikhail Modric, the player everybody wants to support. He said he cannot take him time to like that because this guy is just young to new environment. I know Pochettino to put the media stuff above him and just they want people to talk much about him.
I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. No, but even if it's 60, like give me good 60, and as long as it's good enough,
I'm fine.
You're a professional. I need 90, man. You're a professional.
No, but if you give me good 60 minutes,
of course, I will take a good 60. Of course,
yeah, you need good. And the thing is that I like the position where he was today because that's like one of the few times where I saw him actually not just hugging the sideline and making a run like inside, like closer to like the central areas.
Oh yeah,
so I think that especially when you have that pace, like you should try. If you're on the last guy, you're gonna. If the boy is in behind, like, you're gonna. Instead of going from the wing, trying to be more inside because it's gonna give you more chances. It's gonna get you closer to the goal instead of every time going from the wing.
You see, the thing with most of these our players is they are still becoming, so they're going to be revealing themselves gradually, game by game. We'll be getting to know them more and more, and I even believe even they actually will be getting to know themselves more and more. Okay, as human beings and as football players, like what Cole Palmer did today. Everybody was thinking, hang on a minute, what are we seeing here? Okay, well, it's more or less like hang on to your seat. The next England superstar is just being revealed right on our screens.
No,
the same thing with
people should calm down for him. I made this boy.
Chill. Next England superstar. I don't know about that, right?
See, I don't. No.
He did that on purpose.
I don't know. I don't know like how long you guys have been watching football, but if you are a superstar, I mean, maybe not superstar, football star, okay. If you're a football discovery, you're going to see it right from the early stages, and there's nothing those kids can do about it. It's either they stop playing football, they give up football, or they'll just have to get used to the limelight. It's like saying when you start watching Foden, what are you going to do about it? The guy is talented. You just have to enjoy it. I'm enjoying it because you play for Chelsea. But I'm saying this is what they are. They're still evolving. And sometimes they will do things you're thinking like, okay, I like what he did there. Why hasn't he been doing this before? That's because he's still evolving. Like you said, that position he took, like the other three games he's played, he's not taking those positions before.
Yeah.
And suddenly he's taking that position. So next time, I'm sure that will add to his own belief as a player as well. Thinking like, hang on a minute, I can just I can be a little bit more diverse in how I play football. And like somebody was saying, I think it's the commentator of the game I was watching. He said like the commentator said he feels this is Poch's project. That Poch has taken him as his project. Because from what they've heard, Poch has been spending more time with him.
More time.
Giving him more advice. And they said
more coaching with him one-on-one.
Exactly. With Modric.
He's been saying it. He has been having more time having that's one-on-one. Like, I need to talk to you. I mean,
that's part of the job description, no?
They've been playing first by challenge.
That's not a good thing, though.
No, you can't really say. I mean, it depends on It depends on how you.
Because
It
Blas,
depends. It depends on.
That's not a, my people.
someone like
That's
that.
not a
Someone
big
like,
No.
man.
Blas,
No.
someone like Mika.
No.
See,
Why? I
I say
won't.
it
Why?
again.
You? I won't say that publicly.
Blas,
You guys, that's
someone like
something you
Mikala
say
Modric.
in you put it coded
Blas,
material.
someone like
Why?
Mikala Modric, anonymous.
No. It depends. It depends
Yo,
on your.
what do you mean?
It depends
You
on.
want to be you want to be having time with them? That means the manager he sees something in you. If he's spending time, that means he's not
No,
wasting his time on no one.
no,
He's not
that,
spending
It's
it. Like,
no, that just
Very
means
childish. You should just keep quiet
no,
and
it
do
just
it behind
means
closed doors.
you need
No.
extra time to catch up with what everybody has done 2 weeks
yeah,
ago.
we need to speak about Noni as well, your boy.
No. That's not.
Don't worry.
That's
Don't worry
not.
about
That's
him.
not.
He's
No,
looking peak
that's
right
not.
now.
That's not what it means. Okay, it actually means you can actually handle a diverse group of people. That's what it means. Like Alan Sagerson would say, some players they can't even. Some players he doesn't say a word to them. Some players he speaks very few words to them. Some players he has to scream to talk to them. Some players he knows when they are when he's talking to them they
Are you
can't
gonna?
look
So
him.
do you want Pochettino to scream at him?
What are you saying? What do you mean? Do I want to?
No, like how are you?
No. We just said this is what is happening, and you said
Okay.
that's
That's
some
what
kind of
happened. Even
you
when
know
people said it,
negative sign, and we are saying it doesn't really matter because it shows you can handle a diverse group of people, and that's how it should be. You cannot handle everybody
and I
with the
want
same rule.
that same situation to happen to demand them, not Madueke. It needs to happen.
No, I'm sorry, man. I don't know if Nani Madike is serious enough, man. I want like partying and that. You need to be focused.
Like I
You need
said,
to be focused,
Oh,
man.
I said,
wow.
man.
Wow.
Listen,
At least when you see Mudrik is in the gym, man's working. I'm seeing Madrik partying.
Exactly. If you guys allow me to finish, that's how the guy actually competed.
You have to be
That
dedicated, man.
Actually, he said Mudrik has ramped up his workload in the gym. That's what they said today. That the guy has ramped up his workload. That the guy is killing himself in the gym. And you can say, "Oh, it's not the gym.
this is coming from. Is this coming from Abdul or is this just general consensus?
That's no. That's from Poch.
No, I'm just relaying what somebody said now.
That's
Okay.
somebody
You know, Abdul is a big time Mudrik.
I know.
You see, yeah, exactly.
Abdul is his number one.
I'm just a fan. I'm a fan of football, and that's what we're discussing now.
Mudrik is football now. That's what I'm saying. Of course.
You created a name, and that's it. No, but I've stocks in Mudrik as well, so I do believe.
Of course you do. You have stocks in Noni?
Hell, no, I never had stocks in Noni because I never seen it in Noni.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Now I have more stocks in Mudrik than Noni. I see him
Finish up your stuff, man.
Okay, so
Ukrainian league player.
For me, Mudrik was good, but I'm still going to ask that question. And I know he was injured today. I need to see.
He had the injury in the tie, but Pochettino said he will be fine for Saudi.
I need to see him play 90 minutes. 1, 2. I need him to pre-program his moves before he gets in the driver's seat, because his pace is unmatchable.
He's one of the fastest in the APL, man.
So why? But maybe okay, you can tell me because of his age, he doesn't know how to, in flight, engage with what he wants to do. Maybe that comes with age, and that's normal. That's normal because the guy is just youthful exuberance. However, if he can get into that mode where he, package whatever move you want to take, because now, listen, he's so predictable. I don't care what anyone says. His game right now is predictable. He will run to the extreme left or to the extreme right and try to cut through. The only time he's unpredictable is when he runs. What do you call it? Diagonally, right? What is it?
Yeah, diagonal.
Yes, diagonal.
Okay.
You should be looking at some of Son's comps.
Yeah, something like that.
For the runs in it.
That's not his game, though. That's not his game.
No, it's not his game. But when I'm talking about runs,
he's unpredictable when he does that. You cannot. No way. You wouldn't
because
know where from.
Obviously his game can be dribbling and all that, but you need to diversify. And
exactly.
So we know. For me, the Mudrik I've seen him with like 3 or 4 signature moves. So I don't know what you mean by he only does one thing. Okay, I've seen him done. Normally does like 4 different things game by game.
Yo, this
But
guy.
the thing is, okay, if I'm related to Modric personally, I will just find him all the theory on retapes and say go study this and try to be this.
Oh my God, Abdul.
That's what it is.
Abdul.
No, were you watching Thierry Henry at 18?
No, I wasn't. You have to talk. Okay, my bad.
Was it,
That's what
is it the one in Juventus?
no, right from Monaco.
Monaco.
Up to Arsenal.
Sorry, my bad. Monaco. Yes, Monaco.
Yeah,
Monaco days.
from Monaco.
Even at Arsenal as well at the
it's
beginning, he struggled as well.
It's all pace. Give him the ball.
He's all pace.
It's
Even
all
he said
pace
it
from the
himself.
left side. From the left side, it's all pace and trickery.
Abdul, can I ask you a question?
What?
Okay. Because it's early, right? You said there's still some players are still finding themselves, right? There's some things that they don't even know that they can do. So how can we know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can forecast seeing what type of player Mudryk can be? This is a safe space. So if you feel like you could forecast what type of player he could be, that's fine. Because I don't want to put him in a certain box that I feel like I'm already putting him at. But I don't feel like, to me personally, just watching him now, I don't feel like goals is at this level. I don't see goals being a huge part of his game. I see him more as a creative player. Is that crazy to say, or is it? It might be too early.
No. That's Nana, you bring up a very, very important point. But it is crazy to say, because I think he is a goals guy. He's not a creative guy. I think you put him at the end of an opportunity.
The question.
Hold on, Abdullah Beg. The thing about Modric, right, is if you expect him to be creative, then you collect the ball because he's predictable. But if you put him at the end of a ball, you understand? Then you're gonna have to now deal with him at the end of that ball. So anything is risky.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
I like what you said. Yeah, I agree.
So this is the thing. The question you ask is a very it's a very fundamental question, and this is how you become great. Okay, in football and maybe in most things in life. Okay, number one, it depends on your ability. Do you have the ability or you don't have the ability? Okay, and then number two, it depends on you, how much you desire what you want to be. Okay, and then number three, which is very critical, and don't ever underestimate that, is the times you are playing football. Okay, the times you are playing football. I don't know, maybe I'm using the right word. What do I mean by that? You see, maybe 25 years ago, nobody expected a winger to score goals. Just get down the touchline and cross. Then everybody say you're a fantastic winger. But now, as a winger in today's times, if you're a winger and you don't add goals to your game, the moment you hang up your boots, they forget about you. So the times you're playing football also is relevant. Okay, if Messi was playing football in the 80s, he will be a number 10, just behind. He will either be a number 10 behind the striker, or he will be a left winger, going down the touchline and crossing. That's all he will be, and nobody will ever even bother about how many goals he scores. Okay, so another way to look at it is, if you remove Ronaldo's goals from him, how much do you think? How much accolade do you think he will have got? How much Ballon d'Or do you think he will have won? What status do you think people would give to him if you remove his goals? If you remove maybe like 80% of his goals, you wouldn't really see him that much of it. You won't put him at the level you're placing him at.
I hope I'm not hearing what I'm hearing. Like I'm hearing something like some kind of frequency and noise out there. Did somebody just talk? Is somebody talking some kind of things out there?
Abdul.
So
today's Monday. Forgive him.
Today's Monday. Okay, yes, that's right.
So the thing is, it depends on the times you're playing football as well. For the time Modric is playing football now, and as we know football now, he has
Smart the
no
like button,
choice.
guys. Guys, get the like
If he
button.
wants
Get the
to,
like button,
if
guys.
he wants to become that great footballer he thinks he wants to be, then he has to add goals. Anyhow, everyhow, he needs to add goals to his game.
I
As
completely
long as
agree. I completely
as long
agree.
as he's still being a winger. If he becomes something else,
Okay,
people start using him as something else, then
tell us under what era that Mudrik would
yeah.
have played that if he goes scoreless, it will go unnoticed. Which era?
In the 90s now. In the 90s. People do not look at wingers. There was even hardly inverted wingers there. And people didn't look at wingers by the goals they scored.
It's both, guys. It's Modric and inverted winger, just
That's
natural winger.
Abdullah Nagogo, bless you. I was just about
Because
to ask the same
because I'm
question.
kind
God
of
bless you.
because if you're
He's
talking about
right-footed, but loves going
Wait,
left.
wait, wait.
He loves going
for
left.
me, natural wingers are Vinny Junior. Those are natural wingers for me. Those are one that will kill you. Inverted wingers for me are like Martinelli. This kind of player. Those are inverted wingers. They like to cut. Vinny will not cut.
Inverted wingers just means you are playing in the opposite wing of your natural foot
Your
now.
foot, yeah.
That's an inverted winger now. So it's not got to do with how you play. It's just like almost like a position now. You are right-footed and you're playing from the left wing. You're left-footed and you're playing from the right wing.
But
Yeah,
Abdul,
go ahead.
this is the thing with Mudryk, though. This is the interesting thing with Mudryk. Well, it depends on who you talk to, right? He's playing as an inverted winger, but he still goes to the byline. He still goes and then crosses with his left foot.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, fantastic. A unique playing point of his. It's a unique ability of him.
It is unique.
That's how talented you would know he is. And at the moment, when he goes down the line, he doesn't cut with his right foot. He crosses with his left foot. So that's actually something.
Yeah, but the problem is the end product, Abdul. Not to sorry to
because
cut
you off. No, because they haven't started. Our team is weak, and they've not started reading him.
No. The actual what I'm saying, listen, I'm being overcritical here, so don't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Don't take what I'm saying to the bank. I'm just being overcritical here. The problem I have with the guy is you can just see him. You can see him thinking his move through. Let's not deny it. You can see it in motion. Let's not just deny it. Let's be fair. You can just see what he's doing in action, which is fantastic. But the fact that you can see it,
no. But the thing is, before you push it down to that level, before you push it down to that level, that means he has not mastered his craft.
I guess.
Okay, and you just hit it.
Everybody has a pass. Everybody has a pass.
No. You've just struck a very core element of him as a human being. When you say to somebody, you have to master this, and that person tells you, how do I know I have mastered it? The answer is when you don't have to think about it. And what does it mean you don't have to think about something? It means you don't rely on your memory to do that thing anymore. You just do it.
So, Blaise, finish up your rating, because there was a guy also which at first Abdul almost killed me.
Yes.
I like this guy, but relax on him. Abdul called him disaster.
Who?
They call him
I did not kill you. I did not kill you.
He called him disaster.
That guy's my man. You Blue Eyes, you actually forgot him. That's the guy you have to. Number one, that's the guy I give number one rating all the time. I watch him now. This is the guy I give credit.
You know what? Let me tell you something about me and the way I understand football. Anytime I don't talk about defenders, you know the defenders are fantastic.
Yeah.
Anytime you hear me talk about defenders, you know the defenders have problems. Anytime I didn't even pay attention on this. I didn't pay attention to him because my defense, we didn't concede a goal.
Thiago Silva was good today. I won't lie.
We didn't concede a goal, but this is what I wanted to say. No, hold on. Let me just say something very important here. Chelsea fans, we want what's that guy? What's that midfielder for? There's Paulinho and the other guy.
Andre Pereira.
Oh, Garte.
Andres.
No, Andreas.
Pereira.
Uh-huh. Chelsea fans, Andres Pereira, Paulinho. If we can get these guys, I will look. Today, those guys got destroyed. Listen,
Who said Andres Pereira? I know Paulina. Yes, no one never talked about that one like that.
Blue Eyes was desperate for that Panini.
today,
Anytime you talk Fulham, he's screaming that Panini or whatever his
No,
name is.
Paulina is very good. Paulina is very good.
listen, today,
Well, I didn't see him today,
I
man.
didn't see
No,
anybody.
just because you have one back.
I'm being honest, I didn't see anybody. I'm like, yo, we dodge bullet, man. Yo, these guys got torn to shreds.
I don't think he got turned to shreds.
This is what.
Oh, God,
they got
man.
destroyed.
Oh,
They got
God.
destroyed, man. These guys did not even see. They did not see the ball, Kenny, because I was being very critical. I'm like, where are my guys?
Kenny, don't forget these guys were playing at home. We didn't see them. They weren't visible at all.
I was really
But
impressed.
I need to give
the
credit
ball
to
away
my
from
guy,
those two guys.
Disasi. Or Disasi. I need to give credit to that
We
guy.
call him
That's
disaster.
good.
Finish up his name.
Who?
I didn't call him disaster. It's Tosin that called him disaster. I didn't call him disaster.
Somebody call
It's
him.
Tosin that called him disaster, but I give you
I'll tell you one
reports.
thing about Disasi. Disasi is gonna get better with kilometers. I know those kind of players.
But this guy has only come in. He's only played 6 games.
I know that's what I'm
He
saying.
just fitted in seamlessly, as if he's been playing in the Premier League
That's what
for
I'm
like
saying.
7 seasons.
Exactly, but it comes with kilometers. Like he's understanding his parameters. He's understanding who he's playing with. He's getting minutes. This is why it's
Oh
very
my
important
God.
to get minutes. It's very important.
Oh, see, that's why I was saying to people when they said, "Oh, he's going to play right back today," I was like, "No, this guy is still adapting. He's still getting used to the scene." But every day I watch this guy, I'm getting more and more impressed. I'm scared sometimes.
Now I see the
but
guy. I'm so sorry. Now I see the reason he does not want to put Thiago Silva on the bench because.
Ooh, why?
But okay, maybe because I look at it apart from Disasi and Levi, because I think Levi, what Poch wants to do is he's trying to play Levi in a more left back to combine with Mikhail Modric more, which he now, and I think now which he trusted more before. Unlike before, he didn't like that because he was playing Chilwell more. Like because Chilwell and Levi cannot play together, so it was like let me get.
I'm like, you trust Cucurella now, eh?
No, because I wanted to see Cucurella more in the left back, but I'm like, okay, right back. It's not that bad in right back, but I'm like the way he's playing Levi, I'm not angry. I'm okay with it, but I think before Thiago Silva can be benched in this team, it would take a lot because you need that experienced head and him. But alongside Levi Cohen and Disasi, there's people in Badiashile come back. It will take time.
I'm like, who is this? Who is this? My joy is back.
Lakobam.
I know Lakobam, man. Lakobam, just because of one game, calm down.
Who is this Lakobam?
Lakobam, calm down, just because of one game.
Yo,
Calm down, man. Yo, Lakobam, come on.
No, I don't know. Who is this? Who is this Lakobam? I don't know the guy.
We have suffered a lot.
Of course, man. I had to come back. 2 games 2 wins in a row. Can you imagine?
Hold on. Is this Ichio or
This Lakobam, don't.
Lakobam, talk about Cole Palmer, man. Talk about Cole Palmer.
This guy's
can't hate.
IQ.
You can't hate.
This guy's footballing IQ. Thank you, Pep. Thank you, Pep, for instilling the footballing brain in this guy. Because this guy was just 2-3 steps above everyone, fam. Oh my God. And shout out to Levi Colwell today, man. Shout out to Levi Colwell. Just he's timing his runs when he gets involved in the attack as well. I'm very happy for Mudryk. So, I'm a happy guy. My joy is back. 2 wins in a row. If we beat Burnley, I'll be over the moon.
Guys, October fixtures scared me. I would not lie. That's
Big up, man. Big up.
Cool. I'll come to it. See that October fixture. Brentford,
Big up Cruz, man. Big
Brentford,
up Cruz.
Arsenal, Brighton, Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester City, Manchester United. Child,
Abdullahi, 4 points. 4 points.
child. That October fixture scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, we
That
win
October
all this
fixture
game, man. Don't worry.
finishing.
I don't know what you guys did for Opanka. Somebody went somewhere and somebody went to one village. Somebody went to one village. I'm not gonna say what village, but somebody visited somewhere. But Opanka today, if he can continue with this kind of football like another 3-4 times, then he will move from. You can see the progression.
He was good today. He was very good today.
He was very economical. What did he call? Yeah, economical.
Economic football. It was good today. I was impressed. I was like, I'm seeing a different Enzo Fernandez today. What the heck is going on here? Doing flakes, passing around. I'm like, what the heck is going on with Enzo? Okay, I'm loving this. I'm not surprised with you doing this though. I'm like, okay.
I think you know what? This might be very weird. I think Enzo is more defensive than attacking.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you. And I'm
because
ready.
There was one defending he did in the first half. I'm like, okay.
I think he's more of a defender type midfielder than an attacking type midfielder.
I think he's a box to box. To me,
Impossible.
He's impossible. What?
That he can be box to box, no chance.
What do you mean, no chance?
He has no pace.
He has no athleticism to do box to box in the Premier League. None.
He could just stroll. He could just stroll, man.
Stroll where? You're strolling from one.
When you have Caicedo, when you have Caicedo, you can do anything you want, man.
But this is the thing though. Quickly on that point, have you noticed? I said it in the chat earlier. He's not played Caicedo and Enzo in a double six. He's never done it.
So today he did it today.
No. He has.
Are you saying they've not started together before for Chelsea?
No, they have not. No.
No.
Yes.
Right.
They have not started together before.
And if they have Enzo's usually been.
No, they have.
No, they have never.
No,
they have.
No, they have. But what I'm saying is they've never played in a double six. They've never played in a double pivot. Sorry.
Double pivot together.
Against Newton, they played together. Against Nottingham, they played. But even today, they didn't play as a pivot. It was more like as a midfield three.
But that's what I'm saying, because now that goes to my next point. I don't know what he's going to do when Nkunku's fit, because it seems he needs those Gallagher legs in the midfield. As much as me, I'm tired of Gallagher. But it just seems to me there's something he knows that we're not seeing maybe with Enzo. Like he knows he wants his creativity and his ability on the pitch, but it just feels like he's a bit worried when it comes to that transition. He doesn't want to get caught because Caicedo can't do it by himself.
What if Nkunku come back? What does he do? Who does he put on the bench?
That's my point. It's going to be interesting.
But Cruz, do you realize from my own assessment, today's game was Caicedo's best game for Chelsea?
Yes, I agree.
Do I agree?
It kind of showed. No. I'm saying from my own observation, it seems Caicedo played his best game for Chelsea today. So Enzo's running around, as Blue Eye said, was actually reduced, and he was focused more on the game and doing something with the ball. So as you've said, I'm not even worried about Nkunku, because worst case scenario, he drops Jackson for Nkunku. But then my take is, when people like Lavia starts coming back, Kearney starts coming back,
yes.
Chukwuemeka starts getting better. No, but my question, Abdul, my question is Fulham, for me, Fulham is a worthy opponent on the day today. But is Fulham really a worthy opponent? I want to hear what the street is saying.
For me, they are worthy opponent because you have to beat what is on.
I think you more have to look at Blue Eyes, to answer your point. I think you more probably have to look at the goals that we scored today. I'm happy. I know I'm probably the most cynical one, most negative, some would say. But today, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to follow that same suit, because what annoyed me today was we started fast and we got 2 early goals and we didn't manage to play any football to actually get another one and another one. That's the problem for me. They gave, let's be honest, the 2 goals were gifts.
We didn't close.
Yeah, we didn't.
What's that?
We didn't close.
Bro, we didn't. we're 2-0 up. Fulham are not, but again, they're at home. They tried their best. We done well to quash
We had
them.
the chance, but we missed. We had chances, but we missed.
Yeah, do you understand?
No,
Like they
no,
have
but
they
the truth.
one second, let me finish. They had their best attackers gone. So they said, I think they said on Sky Sports today that Mitrovic has scored 6 goals at this point last season, and as a team they've only scored 6 or something. So they've got Vinicius, they've got Jimenez who's finished. They never Willian who's 35, 36. I mean, again, I'm not having a go at the team. They've done well. I said probably sounds negative, but what I'm saying is I just didn't see anything to tell me that this was the gauge where we would move on and kick on from this. It was more of a result that you take it and you just move on. But I didn't see anything to say, okay, cool, we got the 2 goals, we're playing smart. He's putting the foot on the neck. The manager is saying, we're 2-0. Let's build some confidence. Let's really go at this game and get 3 or 4. It just felt like the game just happened. And then we had a few chances and then time was going. We weren't really doing anything. It was just really, I don't know. For me, it didn't feel like we were throwing all we had at it to get more goals.
I think
we accepted 2 and we just held on to it.
For me, that would change because that would change with more quality in the team. Like when Nkoko comes in, now Connie is in the team now. Maybe against Burnley, she Connie more. Those kind of clinical hedges, you're gonna see more because when the team is playing together, when there's chemistry and combination, you're gonna see more than 2 goals.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Yeah, you're right.
No, I think that part of that was Mudryk when he came off because I'm like, a lot of people were saying Martin should play on that.
When he came
when I saw Martin come on, like I was expecting a bit more from him.
But I didn't see.
I saw him. I saw like obviously he was doing his defensive work, but on the ball, I didn't really see him. Maybe he didn't really get the opportunity, but I didn't really see him like take on his man and stuff like that.
Martin?
Yes, Martin.
Yeah, Martin. Yeah.
No, Martin was. You can tell Martin was in over his head, but he managed the occasion, which is what I respect. So that that's what you look at. He was able to manage. He wasn't overexposed. He was always available.
Yeah, but I'm ambidextrous though.
Yeah, but he was missing that guy that can skate like. Well, at least when Mudryk get the ball there, he's going to make something happen. I feel like Martin was like a safe option.
He said when Mikhail Modu came off, the guy that was playing right back was like, "Thank you very much. Now my life is."
Yeah, he was bombing forward like way more. Like you, every time.
The right back that was Castagna.
Yeah. If you look at the
thank you very much.
If you look at the second half, like every time they were switching the ball and it was him that was there, like crossing the ball. Every time they would do the same switch from the defender from one side.
But I find Madsen is more clinical than Mudryk. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is Mudryk? Wait, hold on. I just want to hear everyone's point. Was Mudryk unanimously played very well today? Because I just want to see if it's me. Maybe they're gonna start calling me.
7 out of 10.
I don't think he played very well. I just think that he obviously scored his goals. I think that there was a lot of opportunities where like he took the wrong decision or he missed his touch. But
because they're gonna start an agenda. They're gonna start calling
No. But let's go. But
he played well. He played well today.
No.
You might think otherwise, but that's because you only watched him for 45 minutes. But today, he played well.
And
but if you look at it's 45. Obviously, he played 45 minutes. Like everyone played 45. Everyone watched him play 45 minutes. But the thing is that
that might influence how you think.
No, but the thing that you clearly see when he's off the pitch, like you were clearly missing that guy that. You pass it like the right back was not scared of Madsen because the right back was not bombing. The right back was not bombing as forward when Mudryk was there.
Let me ask a question because for me, I think Kopama for me should be playing as a back. I don't like him playing as a right wing. But again, we need to have the conversation. Raheem Sterling or Kopama on the right wing. We need to have that conversation. We need to.
I think it depends on the game.
We need to have that conversation for me, though, because sometimes Sterling annoys me. I'm like, I need to give him a dirty slap. Yeah, I'm not joking. He's one of the most experienced players in that team, apart from Silva. Sometimes he behaves as if I need to give him a dirty slap.
I think it depends
That's
on
how
the game.
annoying he is.
I think it depends. I like Palmer right wing.
I
It's
don't
not
like him
really a
right now.
right wing. He
I like him
plays
at number
right.
10.
He doesn't really play right wing. If you look at him during the game, he
Yes,
was
he plays more as a
moving
number
all
10.
around as well. He
Mhm.
doesn't stay in his position, so I
Yeah.
don't mind him. I don't mind him playing like that. But obviously, I think it depends on the game. Right now, Palmer deserves to be starting. He should continue
Yeah, they
starting.
have to be starting.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Sterling comes on or plays and then he has a good game. So I don't think it should be like it should be definitively Palmer or definitely Sterling. It's competition.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree.
So where everyone's happy with Mudrik's performance.
I was
No,
happy, man. I was happy. I was happy
Nah,
because
No,
I
but the
wasn't
thing
too
that,
happy.
why you no because
problem is
I hate when people say, the thing is that people I don't know what type of expectation you have of the guy. The guy he's done and when he plays bad, he's terrible, and then when he plays this, are you happy with his performance?
let
I
me read
don't.
the
I feel
chat.
like you guys' expectation for the guy is crazy.
Let me read the chat. The coach said, "Big up, coach. Big up, boss. I want all the core Papa Pap Delta to answer their crime. Relax, coach."
no,
Tayo
Kenny.
said, "A guy has been performing ritual in the background. Abdul, relax. Abdul, what ritual are you performing? Answer your crime." Attackingly, a guy with a big gun. What grammar am I speaking? No? I'm only speaking English, guys. English is it's not my first language, but so relax. Connie, yeah, I'm not. Connie has been good though. Don't forget, he's a midfielder too. Yeah, reminds me of Ruben Ilat. We'll see. Who said Poch has never played Caicedo and Enzo together, so who get the up when Nkuku and Connie are fit? We shall see. I'm guessing it might be Gallagher, but we'll see. Big up, guys. David Farr said, who has talk in Angelo? What a player! It's not that bad. We'll see though, but we have to wait and see Angelo next season. This season we're not gonna see him this season. Maybe possibly next season.
Oh wait, Kenny, to answer your question for Mudrik, there's certain things that I look in at a winger. What does he do on the ball? And for the first 10 minutes, yeah, I wasn't convinced, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. He was
No,
too
I
wavy.
agree. Yeah, his first touch was some of his touches. I agree.
And that's what I look into a winger. What do you do on the ball? Is it useful? Is it dangerous? Do you create something? And if I'm being totally honest, you didn't do that too
But
much
that's
game.
the thing as well.
Nah.
I'm similar. I'm similar as well because the first thing I think I look at Mudryk, I think is I'm gonna ask you guys as well. Does he, no matter if he scores or assists, does he pass the basic eye test? Does he pass it?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Wait,
man.
but you see, with the thing being useful, we saw one half of Modric and one half of Matson. Who would say played better?
Oh, we're comparing him to a left back who played in the championship.
What do you mean? It's left back. He played right. Even if the thing
but
is
the game
that
was different. The game was different.
at the end of the day, when you come up, like the guy clearly has his usefulness because for me, he's the most direct winger there. At least he might make his mistakes, yeah, but at least when you give him the ball, you know he's gonna try and make a difference. You might
Yeah,
feel
but that's the thing. That's the problem.
he might feel 70% of the time, but obviously that's the thing. Is like
Nah, the problem.
wait.
God.
No.
No, the problem
Wait,
is
quickly, Abdul.
Yeah, go on.
Wait, Cruz go.
Yeah. Let me just go quickly. The problem is that I think people judge Modric too much when he has the ball. A lot of his work, I think Blue Ice has said it. I've said it numerous times. Players like him, we know when you get the ball and you stand someone up, we expect you to go past them if there's spacing behind them. And even then, sometimes, like we were saying earlier, he can shift it on his left and he's running it off the pitch or barely getting it to the byline. And the cross is horrible. Like he's barely getting to the byline and then he's having to like dig it out like a cross. There's no. I think Blue Eye said it as well. There's no tactic or he hasn't thought about
Chelsea fans are weird, man. This is the song they give Michaela Modric today. They said he flew from Ukraine on a Boli private plane. Modric said to Arsenal, "Have you won the Champions League?"
Yeah, man. So
I told him no. He knew the plane was. He knew where the plane was to go. Then he said to me, "I want to play on the left wing."
Yeah. Now that song's from last season. That song's from last season as well.
Was it from last season or this season?
Yeah. They were singing weird songs today. They were singing about Werner.
I'm talking about. I'm hearing Timo Werner. I'm like, what is going on? Like,
I don't know. They were singing about.
This is for like. I'm sorry. This is for Timo Werner.
What I was saying is Mudryk. A lot of his best work at his level. Again, compare him to Matson for me. Look, he's bought for a certain amount of money. There's a certain level of basic
But sorry to
expectation.
cut you
Even
short.
Frank Lampard today on Sky Sports, he said Mudryk. He said for me, yeah, he's got a lot of work to do, and I think that's the same thing everyone's been saying.
Yeah, of course.
But no. But that's not of course though. That there's a basic level that Chelsea fans should expect when you come to put on a blue jersey. I think maybe that's what I'm missing out. It seems like people have accepted
No,
a lower level.
But the thing is,
Cruz.
And I just have
no,
a
but the thing is,
Cruz,
we've seen the play, we've seen all the players. We've seen a lot of wingers there that we have right now. If you're talking about, if you're comparing him to like wingers of the past, yeah, I would say yeah, cool.
No,
But
compare
none
him
of
to
the
the wingers of the Premier League. Don't compare him to
no,
legends.
no,
Compare him to the
obviously
wingers.
not. No, but I'm saying I'm talking about the squad right now. There was the guy,
Jared Bowen came from League 2, League 1.
Kenny.
No, but
Kenny.
I agree. No, but wait, but Jared Bowen is older than this guy. Is young still. You guys.
Kenny, 2 seconds. Kenny.
Like I said, this guy before coming to Chelsea had 6 months as a professional. So I don't know why people.
Is
the
that?
guy,
but that's what I'm saying. The expectation, Kenny, I get what you're
no,
saying. But that's what I'm saying. The
yes.
expectation is different
Kenny,
from me
2 seconds.
because I haven't accepted that level of expectation still. So when I'm watching him, I'm saying, hold on, this is too low.
But
This level
No,
is
no,
too low.
you have to accept it at some point. Like,
No,
that's
I
what we are.
can't. I'm sorry. That's
No.
You need to get with the program. You need to get with the program.
Guys, 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
Guys, 2 seconds. Guys, 2 seconds. So the thing is, okay, the only problem Modric has is just the price tag. That's the only problem he has, and that's not even his fault. If you decide to pay £7 for him or 70 million, that's your own problem. Okay, he didn't actually he didn't place that tag on himself. That's number one. Okay, number 2 is if you place a label,
the price tag is my problem. AKA the price tag.
if you hold on, as a footballer, if you place a label on him, that's your own problem again, especially if he's 22 years old. Okay, you came out and said, like Frank Lampard said, he needs a lot of work to do. I watched Frank Lampard when he was 22 years old, playing under his uncle. He had plenty of work to do when he was 22. Did he do that work? Of course he did that work. Okay, the guy was killing himself in the training pitch. So I don't know why that is nobility for Frank Lampard to come out and say, oh, he has a lot of work to do. Frank Lampard had a lot. He had a lot of work to do when he in particular was 22 years old. Okay, so the thing, but Cruz, the thing is, if you're not a fan of Modric, it's acceptable. You're not going to like, you're not going to be a fan of every footballer. But what you have to be careful about is misinforming the public. Where because you feel certain way about him, then you have to keep shifting the post all around the whole place just because you want to actually justify your own sense of judgment about him. That's not the case. You don't like him, it's fine. It's okay. Okay, I like him, it's fine. That's what footballers are all about. They're all going to divide opinion. Nobody knows. Some people, even if you say who's the greatest, and you ask 10 people, they will come out with 10 different answers. That's fine. But you have to be careful like you give misinformation about players. You're saying whatever. Compare, ask United players, who will they prefer? Would they want Anthony, 100 million, or would they want Modric from what he's played this season? They will all say, give them Modric.
Yeah. Yo, man,
okay.
You and this
you're
preaching. What do you
compare Modric?
Give us the right
compare
information. You're saying Modric. No, hold on. You're saying someone should be careful with giving misinformation. Fine. Tell us what the right information is then. What is the right
what is the consensus with the last 3 games he's played for Chelsea? What's the consensus?
Now you're giving us the right information, correct?
What's the consensus?
No, give us the right information.
No, I'm just saying what is the consensus in the last 3 games he has played?
No, I find it very strange that you have the nerve.
It's not a matter of nerve. It's not a matter of nerve. We're talking about football. We're not talking about God. Exactly, what's the nerves there? It doesn't require any nerve to talk about football.
You have the audacity.
I don't care how you want to call it. I've made my point. I allowed you to make your point. I've made my point.
Abdullah, don't mind me. Today is Monday.
You have the
I know
audacity to say that
Blue Eyes,
somebody is
we don't do stream
misinforming
on Blue Eyes, we don't do stream on Monday.
when you can't even give us half of what we
We
think
don't do stream.
the
Blue
truth
Eyes, we
should
don't do
be.
stream Mondays, so it's understood. We do not do stream Mondays, so it's understood. Today is a
Yeah,
Wednesday. Doma, how you dey, brother? Give me your take on today's match, brother.
Thank God that I meet you people online. Well, the match was the match was interesting the first half, but the second half, although 3 points is 3 points, there's no beautiful way to collect 3 points. Collect it anyway. That is the purpose of the game, and that is it. If you score in the first 1 minute and play the whole 90 minutes as far you collect the 3 points, I am cool with that. To some point, I have started seeing what people are saying concerning Sterling. I think I'll be removing my hand from his back now, because that guy is just wasteful. He's very wasteful. That guy is just wasteful. Yes, it's natural for a striker to be dispossessed, to lose ball in search to score goal. But Sterling is not scoring goals, and he's still, you understand? So it is very painful. You have a player like now. Watch what was Palmer, because there was a period we had in one Twitter space we were complaining about what was the best position for Palmer. I was of the opinion. So people wanted him to play attacking midfield because he had the flair. I said, let him play where he has been playing, so he can develop properly in the position he has been playing. Already, Noni Madueke can go to club all he like now. He can die in the club. He can continue being injured.
That one is a low blow, but continue. Nana, don't respond. Nana, don't respond. Please, I beg.
No, it is whether we like it or not. Noni Madueke, see, when I start to talk sometimes, people start saying, most of these guys with funny haircut, they don't know how to play football. I think there should be discipline that where we force all the player to cut their hair. I think they will start having sense. All the black players to cut their hair because they are doing rubbish.
I didn't hear that, guys. I did not hear that. I did not hear
that. This is like Graham Souness saxing Pogba where he has different hair colors. We're blaming the hairstyle now. It's the hairstyle that's
after
because now they are more sitting. They are sitting under the hot comb than in a barber. They are sitting with women plaiting their hair, and they listen to women a lot. That way you are with a barber, you hear some hard truth.
Chai.
Look at all of them now. Look at all of them. Even Casedo that I don't like, he carries a normal cut. And he's performing because he is in a place where men talk to you.
Today's Monday, guys. Today's
oh my god!
No, see, I don't know people who support Noni Madueke. I don't know if he's going to come back. He should go and see. Just as Cucurella is trying to steal James Reed's position, he should start looking for somewhere else to steal, because Palmer has already sent him and Sterling out of that position.
Talk to me about Palmer. What is your take on Palmer so far?
No, see, I did not watch the league game, but I managed to see some of the highlights. That is where that people did. Trust me, he has vision. He does not have speed, but he has the vision. He has the flair of Ozzy. I'm not saying it's Ozzy. I will call him maybe like Alexander Leb, for those who watch him.
I know Kleb. I know Kleb.
Yes. So he knows when to stop, when to make a quick pass, when to do a 1-2. You understand? And there's some stuff.
He has ball sense.
Yes, he has ball sense. There's some stuff he like pushing the ball very just a little bit, just to pass in between your leg. No stress. He's not forcing it.
My brother, God bless you.
Does Cole Palmer pass the eye test?
He does.
Yes. He passed the eye test.
Cruz, man, you and your eye test, man.
See,
Oh,
no, see,
okay.
apart from the eye test, I was not his biggest fan coming from City, because now I feel that one, he has not played enough for us to be playing him. But what we have now is that most of the people we have here are not even serious. Now he's not the most serious. I want to see him more, because I feel if in 10 match, but my only problem is English. They get what they call them. They easily forget, or their media or something just promote them too much, and they become very, very stupid sometimes. But left to me, I would rather have him next match, because now Burnley will be like this Fulham, because now both of the team are not team that play low block football, and it will be easy for us to score. Unlike when we start playing teams that defend, because now if you watch the game against Fulham, most of the goals we scored, they were running towards their post. Unlike when we start playing West Ham, we just lose the ball and go back and sit. Come now. Let me see where you
That's when you need Palmer to open them up. That's when you need Palmer.
Yes. So, but in this game today, because I know it will be easy for us to get these 3 points today and out of Burnley on weekend. Because now Burnley wants to come and attack, and they'll be exposed. I just pray Modric is not injured, because now
confirm it will be fit for Saudi. Confirmed already.
At least I want my Modric and what they call him, Modric and Palmer to start up front. The midfield should remain the same way. Most of us was complaining about Kowi, but you can all see the beautiful cross from Kowi. I think most of the time our criticisms are good, because now we criticize him that he was sitting too deep.
My only problem with Cole is Paco Bat.
I understand. He's thief.
Paco Bat, man. Chai.
He's thief. He's thief. It's just
okay, so you understand what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, he's thief. You can see it from his body, like he's forcing it. That's the point.
He's not relaxed, thank you.
Yes, there's a point that you have to start pushing him to his natural position. But for now, let's get the job done. Let's just survive this season.
Clean sheet, clean sheet.
Yes,
amazing job.
See, and now the Sanchez is even making me feel like as if Kepa was a bastard. Stop. No, because imagine your team. Imagine there's a corner kick and you are scared. Because you know Kepa is not going to come out and now I still have like what they call this stuff, this withdrawal symptoms. So when the people run to save or want to cross ball, I say, hope he will come out. And I just say, thank you, God. Or like Kepa now, we just be expecting someone to know that ball inside that net.
Talk about Colwell, brother. Talk about Colwell, because I don't know if this discussion.
NK, they were speaking about your guy Noni Madueke as well.
Don't worry about Noni. Don't worry about Noni. Speak about Colwell.
Kowi. We should see.
Now, Kowi for wise as well to speak about Colwell. I was hearing some things last stream. I was just like,
no, Kowi. He was exceptional. Apart from him being Steve, he was exceptional today. It was exceptional. He did his job.
I'm not talking about this game, bro. I'm not talking about this game, brother. Not just this game alone. Just talk about, because somebody, I'm not mentioning names, right? Somebody said he thinks he's John Terry, and then said it's not a bad thing. You're not even Kurt Zuma, bro. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's disrespectful.
No.
I know he said that.
He's too early for
Zuma was good before the injury, man.
I know he was great before the injury. He was great.
No. Kowi is good, but we cannot start making statements now, because
I'm not making any statements, brother. Yeah.
No. I feel that after this what they call it, these international games, that's now when we start knowing those, without separating
Edo, that
the.
international break match is making is scaring the heck out of me.
No, that is the
Brentford,
point. That
Arsenal.
that is the point. We know the people who are dragging this thing backward. That is the perfect time. Then we start knowing, because now we will start meeting tough guys. Spurs, Arsenal,
Arsenal, Brentford, Brighton,
no
Tottenham,
Brentford is almost on
Manchester
the
City,
same.
Manchester
So
City,
the hair,
Man
that
United,
is the breaking and break when you know you are playing.
Newcastle.
See, my problem I had with Modric earlier was that he started giving me Rashford vibe. I hate that cut and shoot football. I hate it. Because it is very predictable.
Mm-hmm.
It is very predictable when people know
Preach!
what to cut and shoot. Now you have left leg. You can use your left leg, do a square play, take a shot, do crossing. But now, anytime you are with the ball, instead of you trying to beat your man, go wild, you are trying to cut in. And now when you cut in, you have blocked. You have already stressed everybody, because everybody have run into offside.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the same thing that cost Man United their game in the weekend. Rashford keep doing the same thing. I think most of these guys need to start learning maybe karate and the rest, because when because in even the boxing class, I found out that people do jabs just to make the opponent feel like it's as if you are going for a two jab, you can go for a one jab and go for a two. So you just make them feel, because now if you watch Hazard will cut in twice, drive right the other time.
Yeah,
Now
but
he's keep putting the defenders.
Yeah, but my brother Hazard doesn't need any karate class. Hazard can wake up and do it. And
No. See, what I'm trying to say is that the intelligence now, it makes them understand that now I have programmed this bastard to know that I might go right, but I'm going left this time. Because now, if I go too right and I go left, because now if he was going inside to shoot, if he has been going outside to cross and go inside to shoot, nobody is going to know. But if you keep doing that, it will become predictable, easily to mark.
I get you.
Yes, but my last thing I want to say, so at least everybody can continue, it was Broja. I had bet Broja last season that he was going to flop. Not that he did something exceptional, but he got us the second goal. And I prayed he's not injured, because please, I don't
just a
want to go to
precaution.
relegation.
It's a precaution. It will be fine.
Yes, I don't want to go to relegation. I know Leicester City might be back, but I do not want to experience going there and topping the table of championship. So thank you.
Just
What I do in everything we could in everything I do that I like I keep making me laugh. People come at me a lot when I call Reza Balaga a lot, and people keep asking me. Because people use that name a lot. And when I kind of just listen to him, I laugh. I saw people using Harlot. I'm like, Abdullah, what is the meaning of Harlot? I'm like, Harlot is like one night stand in Nigeria where you when you want.
this guy.
She
No, quickly,
belongs to
just to finish off this talk.
But I don't want to call him a bastard. I'm like, oh my god, that was deep.
I don't want everyone to think this is about Mudryk. But to the guys who obviously, I think Kenny and Abdul, this project that we have now, these young players, because maybe that's where my criticism comes from, is that I don't believe in this project. So I don't believe that.
Thank you. I'm with you. I don't believe in this project.
Then you might as well Cruz. Who do you might as well leave then, brother.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm getting there. I just need to know, okay, what is the end? I want to buy into it, so I'm ready to be sold. But I need to know. I need to know.
You're not ready. If you were ready to be sold, you would have been looking for a new member to bring.
Cruz.
Yes. Let me ask the question.
You would, okay, go ahead.
Let me ask the question. So, I'm ready to be sold on this project. I'm ready to be. I want to buy stocks.
Okay.
So if Mudryk,
high jump.
Let him land.
If Mudryk is part of this project, and these players who I believe are not good enough, some of them, Mudryk to name one. What? if this project is gonna work, what does it look like? Does it look like? Because why I asked the question is it that they stay for 4 years and they do really well and they win league titles, then we sell them? Is it that they complete their contract? Because I'm not exactly sure what the 8-year contract means in the first place.
Okay,
Because no
good.
one's actually made this make
Okay,
sense.
the
So-
question I have for you.
No,
Hold on.
he asked me
Let me
he said because I'm one that believes. So the 7-8 year contract basically it was a finesse to be able to buy more players and to spend more money quickly
Mhm.
because you can't spend like the money they've been spending giving players 4-year contract.
Why is
So
it
you have
quickly?
to, No, obviously, their vision and the project. I'm not saying that the project is gonna be like is 100% like. I wouldn't have done it that way. I'm not saying that the way they're doing it is the way. I'm not saying I even believe that it's gonna work, but they're doing
No,
it
but
now, so I have no choice.
I believe that if you're backing a player like Mudryk, it means you believe the project. Because the project.
No,
Yeah, they
You
have
can't-
no choice but to. They
Well,
have no
Yeah,
choice
yeah, I have
but
no
to.
choice. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna switch club. Like, I'm just support. So, but the thing with Mudryk, because I've seen him play before he came to Chelsea. There's a player there. I
Shakhtar.
saw the way. I saw the way he was playing at Shakhtar. There was a player. No, man, say Donetsk, man. Now, fam, you're talking about Donetsk. My man was playing in PSV, fam.
Go ahead.
At least one of them was playing Champions League football.
Continue, brother. Or guy,
Yeah,
continue.
No. But from what I've seen in the games I watched from him, especially in the Champions League, there's a player there. And obviously, like I said, the guy only had 6 months of professional football, so I accept that there's the talent there, and he needs to be he's a diamond, and he needs to be shaped properly. Yeah. But the thing is that, and a lot of these players, they're talented, but at the end of the day, you need proper coaching and stuff like that for them to fulfill the potential. The thing is that I do think that it can work, but the thing is that do you guys have the patience and the ability to see the rough part? Like right now, what the first 6 months of Mudryk here, people are gonna be like, yeah, he's a dead player and all of that. Are you ready to be able to wait maybe a year, a couple months, a year or two to watch these players gradually get better?
Can I ask a
Or
question?
Let me go next. No, Cruz, before you ask the question.
Go on.
Before you ask the question, let me ask you a question, right? Do you think that Lavia, Enzo, Caicedo, Leslie, Gallagher, Carney are all going to be here in 4 years?
No.
Then that's the project, brother. That's the project. Not all these guys are going. Not all these guys are going.
See, my question: did you put it into consideration? Knowing we have suffered from that, or what they call this guy, drink water, and there's a guy in Nottingham Forest that was in that club and still in the club collecting $40,000 due to his contract. Now nobody wants to sign him, and the club cannot cancel his contract. That means some of these players that we have, not all of them are going to hit the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Some of them will be here collecting 60, 50,000, becoming a burden on the pocket.
But you see the thing.
No, but let me ask
Quickly. The thing with Drinkwater when we buy him was a proven. With these young players, at the end of there's always going to be club, especially when you're at Chelsea. There's always going to be club.
How long did it take you guys to come up Babarama?
No, Baba Rahman is different. Baba Rahman was not that young. Baba Rahman was like 28, 27. Like the thing is that at the end of
how many years has he been? How many years?
Cruz, ask your question.
Cruz, ask your question.
I want to reply to Kenny. We bought Baba Rahman. He was 23, by the way, and he stayed for 5-6 years, and they kept renewing. So it can happen. My point.
But the guys they buying, they're not 23. If you look at most of these, they're like 18, 19. That's a question.
Why I don't believe in the project, why I'm worried, and why I'm asking these questions is everyone is saying that you need to wait. But you guys, I think you're missing the fundamentals of football. In order for these players to perform at the level that you guys who believe in this project want them to, they have to have experience. Now, experience doesn't mean...
I agree.
But 1 second, experience. But what does experience mean for you? Because I'll tell you what it means for me. Experience means challenging for the league. Experience means being in the Champions League. Flipping out. Experience means 1 second. It means being in Europe at a minimum. So when people are saying, "Oh, you need to wait a year," so what? Oh, do we look like finishing in the top 5 this year? No.
Let me.
Did we finish in the top 5 last year? No. So top 4, whatever gets Champions League. So everyone making this the argument to me is wild because it's like, okay, wait on the young players who I'm seeing now. A guy like Mudryk is not performing at guys who are battling us literally for European places. He's not even performing at the basic level to get us into Europe, so he can at least get the experience to then perform at that higher level that people are saying. So how can he not even do entry level? No one can tell me now. When you sign Mudryk, you did not expect him to be operating as a winger for a team you're 14th in the league. Don't lie. So how can you be performing like that?
Wait, Ken, do you want to
wait,
go or shall I go?
Yeah, NK go. I'll go after you. I'll go after NK.
Let me go.
I'll finish up. Yeah. You can't expect Mudryk, who's performing at the level of a 14th place winger. I'm confident I can name 10 wingers in the Premier League that start for us in that left-hand side position over him. So I'm saying for him to get to the level of performing in the Champions League, performing in the bigger competitions, how can you say just wait when the team are not even en route to get to the level for them to give us back the investment, whether that is to be sold for a bigger transfer.
Let me land. Let me land. Please, let me land.
Before Nana go, this is what I'm gonna say. I understand what you're saying, coach, and I get what
I don't.
Saying. But this is it now.
I want to hear what NK's going to say. Go.
This
go,
is
go,
it
go,
now.
go on,
If these players are signing 80 years, I would say it again. We look at it different eye with the way Todd Bowley is doing his stuff. He has his own part, and I think I live in America here. There's some stuff I do not want to expose. I just want to keep it secret because I know how these people roll a lot. I've worked with them, so I know these people how they roll personally. I'll keep it legit facts. But again, these players are young, and like I said, they need communication. We need kind of togetherness together for them to work well, and this will take time. Like I said, I'm expecting us in a second. That is my expectation when Post took over. I'm not changing that. I'm not changing that stand right now.
What's your expectation?
I'm expecting us to finish second. That's my expectation.
This is what I'm saying. You guys are so
you guys have crazy expectation. But NK go. I'm gonna go after you, NK.
The reason I say that is
Not this season. Maybe next 2 seasons. I don't see that.
Let me land. Let me land.
Let
me land. The reason why I believe in the project to a degree is I get your point, but for me, I don't even think it's a time thing for me. For me personally, I don't. I actually believe there's talented players here. This is why I'm aggressively onto Poch, because I personally do believe that the defensive midfield specifically, I feel like it could chat to any defensive midfield in the league. It's early, but I still believe that on a talent level alone. The attackers, we could get there, but the defensive midfielders, yeah, I'm fully here. I believe that if there's a proper coach that could at least set up the team or with the right tactical know-how and nuance to get the best out of the attackers we have now. Because even with Nicholas Jackson scoring, is it one Premier League goal? Yeah, he has one Premier League goal.
2.
I could comfortably.
No, one.
Yeah, he has one Premier League goal. I could comfortably still say now, right here, right now, he's a top 10 striker in the Premier League. Huh? Based on what I've seen. So it's a case of I do believe in the project, yes, because there's talented players, Cruz. You need to get out of this state of mind where you don't think these players are talented. That's why I'm onto Poch, because I get it. Maybe you embed Cole Palmer slowly, but this is why I feel like Poch is playing with house money.
Wait, I'll let you go. Let me drop that point just there. So just correct me. I'm dumbfounded. Mm-hmm. Are you telling me that right now in the Premier League there are wingers? Let's take Mudryk out of this. Let's go to somebody we bought in the summer. Let's go to Noni Madueke, who can't get a game, right? You telling me that Noni Madueke, because this is what you guys are not failing to realize. We're going up against teams every week. Like, 100%. It's not like, when Chelsea's ready, everyone else will be ready to battle us. No, bro. The thing is happening. Like, we finished.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, so you can't just say when Madueke's ready to perform or when Mudryk's ready to develop, then we can start challenging in the league.
No, bro, you see Cruz on that quickly, because when we buy players, the thing is that at the end of the day, the club in which they came in, it was a mess. So the thing is that if Mudryk now or Madueke went to a different club, because it's not only Chelsea that wanted these players, if they went to a different club and started playing very well, now you would say
exactly.
The thing is that obviously I don't like NK said, they're talented players, but the team right now, the team is a mess. So you can't expect, even if the player is good, you can't expect the players, especially in the situation where the team is and the turmoil the team is with the changing of manager and all that stuff. You can't expect them to be fully playing at their full potential
But
right
that's what I'm
now.
saying. But
That's what I'm. That's what I'm saying. You
let
need.
me wait, Cruz.
I
Before
get
you
what
go,
you're saying, but the project doesn't just stop at the players. The
Cruz,
project stops
let me
at the
go.
manager that we hired for the
100%.
project. So
Thank
and
Yeah.
the way
Thank
and the
you.
way and also the way the club want the manager to operate in the project, and they have already shown that they're calling the shots, bro. So Poch might say, "I want this player or that player." This guy's always good in a press conference. Oh, we'll see what the club say. The club say. So you guys are buying into a project run by a yes man. This guy's not even here to run.
No,
You
no,
guys
but
think,
that was clearly that was clearly Chelsea. Chelsea has never been the type of club that asks managers to like. Chelsea is they buy players for the club, and then
Yeah.
they buy a manager,
but they
and they
buy
buy and they get
talent, top
and they
talent,
get
top
and
talent,
they get
top talent.
no.
You're making a
Yeah, obviously we're talking
You
about
don't
top.
think Caicedo's a top talent, Cruz?
Yeah, like I'm sorry, like the board.
No.
Caicedo's
Sorry,
a
Kenny.
top talent.
Sorry, Kenny.
Fernandez is a top talent.
Let
Like
me
Gusto is a top
ask
talent
Cruz
at his
questions.
position.
Let me ask Cruz questions.
Like, these are top talents.
Yeah,
Okay,
let me ask Cruz
Ask me.
questions since he's low on the project. Caicedo, he's not a top talent, Cruz?
In a manager, okay, it's a loaded question because it's a loaded
Boris.
question because he's a top talent in a team that are gonna play to his strengths and with a manager that's gonna make sure he gets the best out of him. Now, in this Chelsea squad and in this Chelsea team, we don't know. It remains to be seen if he's a top talent. I'll say that.
He's
But
a
when you're
No,
saying-
Cruz.
No. He's a
No,
top talent.
You
Let's.
essentially
Can I ask
said
you a
He's a top
question?
talent.
You essentially said yes.
Can I ask you a question? When Chelsea bought Fernando Torres in his prime, and then Chelsea have bought, for example, someone like Caicedo, are they at the same time?
He wasn't in his prime, though. Fernandez was not in his prime, though. Fernandez was not in his prime.
Think about what I'm asking you.
Torres was not in his prime.
When you call players like Shevchenko or Chelsea, because someone said Chelsea always buy players in their top talent. Top talent, and I'm saying cool,
yeah.
But there's a big difference between top talent who are 28 and a top prospect who's shown one thing in the Premier League over one season. I can't compare that.
Yeah.
When we bought
Let me ask you another question, Cruz.
It's not the same as buying
Cruz. I think most people would agree that the project that we would want we would want to buy the players now, but obviously that's the way they're going about it. So I'm not like we can keep talking about it, but at the end of the day, it's done. So I'm not gonna.
That's fine, but I'm not gonna. That's not gonna change the way I judge the play. Just because they've done it, it's halas.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
No. Obviously, the way they've done it, may not. No, that's the thing. The way they've done it might not be. I'm not gonna blame the players now because they chose to do something different that I would not want to do. I'm not gonna blame the players for that. I can't blame the players. I can't blame Mudryk that was bought. I'm not gonna say, oh, we could have bought. I'm not gonna blame Caicedo or Madueke that we could have bought I don't know Mbappe or another or a player for that. I'm not gonna blame them. I'm gonna blame I can't blame the players for that.
Yes, I blame ownership. Edo, let me ask you a question because we said it before you came in, and I will repeat it again. Thank God Nana is here. Me watching them, I do not trust Broja and Nicola Jackson when it comes to blinking.
You don't trust Nicholas anymore?
No, Nicholas is my guy because he's someone I kind of like the way he plays and everything. But in terms of being clinical,
now wait. Abdul.
Yep.
Now there was a ball that came from Gallagher or came from Palmer to Broja,
and it's skyrocket.
Now, do you think you ever have Jackson in that position to know the ball?
No. Because
he's busy doing things we did not send him.
Yes. So my question, this is my question. Abdul asked me that question, and I told Abdul, I told Abdul, I would rather go for a clinical number 9 than relying on Broja and Jackson because
this guy Abdullahi.
Wait, a clinical number 9. Those chances that Broja and Jackson are missing.
You guys don't even see what Abdullahi is doing. I hope you guys can see what he's doing. People in the comment section, I hope you can see what Abdullahi is doing, man.
Wait, what's he doing? I haven't been here in a while.
You don't know what he's doing. Him and Blue Ice used to argue on this stream about Nicholas Jackson for about 4 or 5 streams. La Cobham, 4 or 5 good solid streams. Used to argue about Nicholas Jackson. That's his guy. He can do it. And then all of a sudden now, you hear this awesome thing at Napoli and them dropping that TikTok. And now, Cobham now, we need a code number 9.
That will never happen.
I
A
disagree.
lot, a lot of Chelsea fans go over hype with the preseason. They saw Jackson. They was like,
I
"Oh, these guys
disagree.
got future."
Wait, like Cobham.
Wait,
They,
guys.
we got the next.
Let me finish my question to Edoma, because this is what I say. This is what I'm gonna say. Because my expectation hasn't changed, and I'm gonna stick by that. It might change going forward, but I say
Wait, what's the expectation? Sorry.
my expectation
Second
is finish second. That's my expectation.
Come,
Wait, with the squad. With the squad.
But because of the manager, well, that's why I said that. But again,
Not the manager. The
You
manager
see,
is okay.
people always blame the manager. What? Which? No,
I'm
Abdullah, tell me
100%
which.
blaming the coach.
Abdullah, can you tell me which? Abdullah, can you tell me which manager that was available that you can guarantee can get me to
Pep
second place?
cannot coach this team. Pep cannot coach this team.
Even
Why
Pep
not?
is not getting second with this team.
guys,
Even Klopp.
everybody have a different opinion, but that's my expectation.
I
But
respect
again,
that, Abdullah.
Correct.
but again, it can change. I might change because we are guys with football people. We can always have a different opinion in terms of analyzing and profiling the players. I can say that. But again, this is what I'm gonna say though. I won't trust Jackson and Boja going forward because I'm gonna be worried in a match where I want to win. In a match where I want to win 1-0, 2-1, and need someone that can tear the net for me. Jackson will not do it. Boja will not do it. I would rather go for a clinical number 9 in January, who I told that I know.
January.
Yes.
Do you know?
Abdullah,
Do you know?
Who
Sorry,
considers
Edu man.
that Boli the owner?
Is that what?
Edu man. Let me
Put it into conversation that Todd Boli is your owner. See, there's something we need to accept.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is doing their job fine. The midfield, they are trying to gel. The striker will be our last problem.
Thank you.
So whether we like it or not, see, I don't want to see that English guy here in January. What do they call him? Ivan. I don't want to see him because, trust me, they are saying 40 million. By the end of January, February, we'll be paying close to 90 million for a striker that has not even pushed up his team to somewhere great. Please, I'd rather leave them, let them play there. I will have my Sterling kicking stones.
I agree.
Okay,
so
then
if you can get ourselves into European place, we get ourselves a proper striker. Rather than bringing a Baitoni, we have Nicola Jackson and we now have Bojan. Come on.
Me personally, I'm content with running Jackson and Broja for the next 2 seasons. That's me. I'm okay.
Nah. That's great. I don't
I'm
know.
okay, man. I'm okay.
You okay with that? Nah.
I'm okay, man. That's me personally. I'm okay, man.
Are you sure Bojan can be fit before the end of the season?
No, my issue. Edu man. My issue.
Project based.
It's project based. My issue is Edu man. We all say, oh yeah, Chelsea's now project. We want these players to develop, and you're still signing. People still want to sign players.
No, but no, for striker, I still feel like the striker. I can. For me, when you're talking about,
yeah. Kenny, let me ask you a question. Sorry, just to cut you off quickly. You think there could be a viable situation where there's Nkunku, Jackson, Broja, and let's say Osimhen or Tony? You think there's a viable option where all 4 of those guys could have minutes in a Chelsea football team?
But I didn't. No, but at the end of the day, like if you're not that, like, we can still you can still sell these guys.
You can sell Broja. No problem.
You can still sell Broja, and because he's played in the Premier League, so these Premier League clubs they're gonna go for. Huh? You can therefore sell him. West Ham were trying to buy him. West Ham were trying to buy him. These low Premier League clubs.
No, but Kenny, my issue is it will then become a lie. Because I was told we're in a business now of developing. But that's something that Chelsea haven't really.
Not developing.
No, but you can still develop. But the thing, like I said, you can still buy like top talent. Like Osimhen is like 24. I'm not saying Tony, but the thing is, for me, I want to see until December, January. Obviously, we're gonna give them the 6 months.
Come on, guys.
At least,
come on,
of course.
Mm-hmm.
No, you have to give them that. But the thing is that if they keep if Jackson keeps doing what he was doing so far, which is inconsistent, and Bora is not showing you that is good enough as well, you have to buy because you can progress, but at the end of the day, you still need a minimum of like you still need some wins. You still need a proven guy, and they do buy top talent, and Osimhen would be a top talent. He's still
But
young and
Kenny, let
he's
me
under
ask you a
25.
question. Right?
Because
Let me ask
hold
you.
on, Nana,
Can
because
I ask the panel a
the reason I
question?
said that, hold on, the reason I said that is
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
they asked Poch what would be a successful season to him before this match, and he said, "You have to win trophies, and you have to win the Champions League."
PR.
Wait,
Guys,
PR.
those are nonsense. PR nonsense.
I know it's PR nonsense. I know it's PR nonsense, but you cannot spend
You
it.
have to say something sweet
Wait.
before we burn him
Wait,
again.
wait.
Can I ask
Wait,
can I
Abdul,
ask
wait.
the question?
Wait,
Can I
wait.
ask the
You
question?
cannot spend.
Abdullah, 2
You
seconds.
cannot spend the amount of money you spend without getting a recognized number 9. That is rubbish.
And
That's
who is responsible for that? Who was responsible for that?
That's the board and the ownership.
Just listening to
That
you
is
guys,
the board, man.
you guys don't have a clear idea of what this project is.
So what I'm saying is, regardless of how we want to finish and where we have to finish, we have to get a clinical number 9 to at least to push
We
us
don't.
forward.
We don't need that now. See,
Yeah, wait, Abdul, ask your question.
Abdul has a
Right.
question.
What I wanted to state was to people who say like or like when people say projects or are we
Like
gonna
the
wait
video,
for
guys, like the video, get the likes up.
are we going to wait for 3 or 4 years or something like that? The simple question is, okay, did you guys watch the game today?
yes.
We did.
Fulham. Okay, did we compete?
We competed.
Okay, so where does the age come into place?
I don't. This is what I'm telling Cruz.
Nobody's
I don't
waiting for
understand.
anybody. Nobody's waiting and saying after we wait till after 4 years. The last game we played against Brighton, a Premier League team. Today we played against Fulham, a Premier League team. We competed
We're playing against Burnley weekend.
Obviously, we are not at Man City's level, but Man City can only occupy one position. Okay, that's understandable if you say, okay, 2, 3, 4 years before we get to that level of dominance. But at the moment, we are going to compete, and that's all you can ask for at the moment.
That's madness.
What-
You picked a 2-game sample and said
Very
we're
soft,
My
very
friend,
soft approach. No be me and you,
Imagine we
Abeg.
played 8 or 7
Which soft
games
approach?
this season, we're
What
14th,
soft approach?
and what kind of that is? Come on, Abdul.
You see what I mean by like,
Yeah, but you picked
when
the
people
last
want
game we've won and then said, "Oh,
you
we
see,
won
this
that
is
game,
why
so we're competing."
it's difficult. No. But is that not what you want? You
Did we
expect us to
compete against
compete.
West Ham? Did we compete against Forest at home?
No, see, that's what I said.
Actually, no. Actually,
Let us
in
wait
that
to
game,
start playing low block team again.
I don't mind 2 seconds, Abeg. In that game, we competed against West Ham until we got a red card.
That's the
better
line.
team. No, against West Ham now. We're the better team till we got a red card.
Against Nottingham Forest, was also the better
against
team.
West Ham, we didn't get a red card against West Ham.
No, they got
Yes,
a red card.
none got injured.
I hear what you're saying,
Oh,
but all I'm saying is that I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand your point, but all I'm saying is that it's just a difference in expectation. That's what I'm understanding, because your expectation is that this is gonna come good, and I just don't have that expectation from these young players.
No, but there's nothing coming
it's not
good.
gonna
We
happen.
are competing now. Now we are already competing.
If you say so, man. That's not what I know Chelsea to compete.
See.
Competing. I don't
I
want to
feel Enzo is playing too well to go to Madrid. He's using Chelsea to sell himself. If Chelsea gets to a Europa stage, that guy will run out. I don't think that guy. I think that guy is going to embarrass us. He's going to be the next Lukaku. Yeah, in Chelsea. He will come. I'm not coming to Chelsea. He's just looking for a good opportunity to sell himself.
And another thing is, okay. I don't think. I hope you guys are not thinking we bought a group of players and we're going to be working with just those group of players for the next.
We are still going to buy players in January. We are still going to buy players in January.
So Abdul, what do you think is going to happen then? So I shouldn't build. So I shouldn't build a bond with Leslie. I shouldn't build a bond with Leslie. Then he could be gone next year.
NK, there is going to be what you call continuous improvement. Okay, you can see now that your guy Noni is getting close to the bench than to the pitch. Okay. As a result of what? As a result of what? Cole Palmer. As a result of so if you're good friends with him, tell him to start sleeping in the gym, because there's something called there's something called
Modric.
No, there's something called continuous improvement. Okay. I was just watching a clip of Ronaldo now, the real Ronaldo. And somebody made a comment that without injury, he will have been the best player in the century. If we find a 20-year-old Ronaldo, don't think we're not going to sign him because we have Modric or Noni. We're going to sign him. There's something called continuous improvement. I have said it to you. There's going to be equal competition, okay, and there's going to be equal opportunity.
There's
Don't
competition.
wait.
No, Abdul, sorry to cut you off. There's competition even now because the truth be told is no one could tell me a starting 11 because Carney's coming back, Reese is coming back. There's
No, that's
competition
true.
now.
That's what I'm saying. When these guys start coming back, the team will get more interesting. And all
So
this like,
the
oh, it's a project. Oh, we're going to wait 4-5 years. I don't think that's the reality, Cruz.
Can I
don't
respond?
think-
No, I don't think
can I
4-5
respond
years.
to that? You guys have, I hear the point and I understand what you're saying, Abdul. But I've heard people who on this stream and on in general saying Mudryk needs 5 games to get together or 10 games to put together in order to get the best out of it.
yes, that's true.
All
That's
right, cool.
insane.
Let me
That's
make this
insane.
make sense.
The hell?
So let me make that's insane. Let me make that make
No, I
sense.
don't think
Yeah.
5 is
1
crazy.
second, let
But
me
you
finish.
you do need a
So
run
what
of
I'm saying
games.
is you guys, 1
Yes.
second, you guys on one hand saying these young players need time to develop and improve. I agree. I'm not silly. I understand that. But then on the other hand, I'm hearing people saying that it's not meritocracy and that you're not going to be putting the team on merit. You just need a run of games. My friend, the teams that we play against don't do that. So if you're saying people aren't going to get a run of games to achieve their talent, Poch is here to develop the talent, but then Poch is here to also win. But then Poch is here to also sell and drop players that he doesn't want. Which one is
Yeah.
it? Like, can't be all of them.
Cruz, sorry, guys, let me go.
Cruz.
No,
Let me go.
okay.
Okay,
Let me get the
NK,
shot.
NK, 2 seconds. NK, 2 seconds.
Let me get the
NK.
shot.
okay,
It
all
can't
right.
be all of
Go
them.
ahead.
Sanchez, like now, Sanchez
Wait,
now. Sanchez run of game has improved game.
Allow NK. Allow NK.
Let me
to
get
go,
the shot.
please. NK, go ahead.
Shout out to Tayo. Tayo said,
Oh,
Edo people they funny, oh. Big up Edo man, but cutting Noni hair is crazy. No comment.
that's the sort of energy people are on.
Obama
Okay.
will be playing in Blackburn Rovers in 2 years. By who? Relax. Voter said, I'm not giving this coach nothing in January. Coach for this season, then we go.
100% agree.
Interesting.
Which one is it, man?
Let me
because
answer
you're a young
Cruz's
player
point.
and you need 10 games.
Let me
Why?
answer
Like,
Cruz's
about
point.
UCL.
NK, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me answer Cruz's point. Here's my thing, Cruz. You don't see a situation where you could do both, where you could win
Impossible.
whilst developing.
We
You don't see a
we are in
situation.
the now. We are in the now. We're playing games. We're losing
Why?
games
Why?
because we don't have good players.
No, you see. Oh my god. Oh.
Guys, let's do this.
We see Cruz, man. Come on, like you just say this for that.
Cruz, no. For example, no. Time out. For example,
you guys are making out.
I'm like, let me go.
You guys are making out like what I'm saying is crazy, right?
No,
if an
Cruz.
alien came from space and they heard what we're saying and they looked at the table, they'll say, "Why are you guys even like? Is Gerard Bowen better than all of our white players? Yeah, he is. Like, what is that? I use him as an example.
Let me
than
go.
all of our players.
No,
So
but that's is he better because he's more talented than them or because he's been in a more stable situation?
What say again?
I say, is he better than them because he's more talented than them, or is he better because he's playing in a more stable
I'll answer that
situation
question. I had to sit
and he
with
plays
Blue
with players that? Yes.
I'll answer that. I had to sit here on streams for 3 years telling people that Kai Havertz is. I saw the fan base turn on Kai Havertz in a 6-month period. Ask Blue Eyes and maybe Abdul. I was there for 2-3 years and I was alone. I was
complaining about the same stuff.
place, and I watched us push and pursue with a player that people told me will come good. You don't know football. You can't see it. Blah, blah, blah.
What do you mean? You are impatient.
I'm hearing the same rhetoric again. Just play these young players, give them time, and don't worry, Abi. It will work out.
No.
Kenny,
I'm not saying that you shouldn't worry, but I'm just saying that at the end of they're gonna need time. So I'm not gonna kill them for the first 6 months. And obviously the thing is that right now the results we're having is not helping as well. But the thing is that, like I said, at the end of the day, they are young players, and I'm not gonna. If you want to blame the owner about what they did, it's cool. But I'm not gonna blame these players there. And like I said, they're still talented and it's there. And it's a decent team. And at the end of the day, from what I've seen from the beginning of the season, I don't think we've played bad or horrible. I still think that we've played decent football. And I'm seeing I'm seeing progress from last year.
Cruz. Let me Abdullah, before you go. Sorry. Abdullah, before you go, let me just say this. Cruz, you were saying because the thing is, we were together in the stream before the window closed. We were saying, right, Cole Palmer, does he start the next game? And we were on the same page, right? We were on the same page. For me, it was a situation where you're saying, oh, balance it between development and win now, right? That's essentially the crux of your argument.
Yeah, and
Development.
in order for the balance to be there, in order for your point and the project to work, they still have to have a balance of that because they need to develop in those competitions and win trophies. Everyone will say you need to be in the Champions League to get better. You need to be winning trophies to get better. But then how can you do that if you're saying give a man a
Okay,
run?
let me land. Here's my issue with that, because I'm primarily still looking at the coach, because I'm here on the sideline. I don't have a coaching badge. I just watched the game, and I'm saying Cole Palmer greatly improves our chances of winning just by him being in the lineup. That's for me personally. Before he played the game, that's what we were all saying. So
Modric also.
Preach. So I unless my inkling is, which was I was going to say this earlier before I left, is Poch playing with house money? Because I would have assumed he knew that Cole Palmer actually improves our chance of winning. Why wasn't he starting up until now? So for me, I think you could do both. I think you could win now whilst the players are improving gradually, step by step. Yo, we're not going to be challenging for the league, Cruz. I hate to break it to you. We're not going to do that, unfortunately.
No. That's what people think, that because I have a problem with the project, I'm expecting us to win the league. I've never wanted that. I'm happy to back a project, but I need it to make sense. And from what I'm hearing,
it's making sense, brother. It's making
fragmented.
sense.
It seems like it's all over the place. To me, it's not really what I'm expecting from a project, to be honest.
Before we move on to the next,
Go ahead.
to the Champions League, I want to say something. Because you remind me like because there was a comment to make that makes me laugh. It's like going for a woman. I like this woman, but I think it's a quality in this woman. Don't worry, I'll talk to you later. But I like you. That's what you're doing right now. Going on about. I get what you said, but you remember this team is very young, where they need to gel together.
At what period do they be matured? See, stop saying they are young. Mbappe was 18. Haaland they are almost on the same age grade. So just stop saying they are young.
No, but the thing is that when Haaland and Mbappe is young, they're playing with experienced players. Most of these young players, they play.
Pro man is fake. When Saka came eighth, fifth, he was in a team that was
guys. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Come on, man, stop. This is
so, guys.
No, but at the beginning, how do you call it? Even Saka was playing there. Even he was playing like left wing back and all that stuff. But the thing is that he had time to develop. He wasn't Saka right now. It's not the same Saka that was 3 years ago.
Got in the team playing.
So guys,
but he was playing decent. But you can't tell me Saka that is right now is the same player that Saka was 2 years
guys
ago.
is here now.
He developed. He had this time.
But the UEFA Champions League is here. So when I look at the preview, Wednesday is the big match. Wednesday, it is the big match. Newcastle versus Paris Saint-Germain and Borussia Dortmund versus AC Milan on Wednesday.
That's a big match.
I'll go with the Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, I don't know about Borussia against Milan.
Tuesday is Galatasaray versus Manchester United, and I don't see any big match here.
Yeah, that's a big match, man.
We were carrying this competition, man. We were carrying this competition. This ain't the same, bro. This ain't the same, man.
This is like a Europa League team for me, though. So guys, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking?
Yes, I'm still left.
I dare Man United to lose against Galatasaray. Oh, I dare them. Oh my gosh. Woo.
They will.
Man.
They will. One thing that Man United fans have not going to realize is that they're in a worse position than Chelsea, fam. I looked at the season, I went like, Man United are in trouble because they are directionless. They play garbage football, and they have Mason Mount as their main guy.
Wow.
No comment. No comment. I ain't gonna say anything. No comment.
No, I think my problem with them was that who advised Mason Mount to go to United?
Exactly.
Liverpool was the best, was tailor suited for you.
Exactly. Oh god. You know what I thought?
Now,
it was just
how do you want to bench the captain now?
Bruno Fernandes.
He was useless.
So that means if you cannot bench the captain, you need to bench who? Rashford.
But why should you bench the captain or Rashford?
No, those are the two positions he plays better.
Who? Mason Mount. I think he can play on the right.
How
But
how
I
how
think
often do you see him play on the right?
Kenny, do
what
you think
at Chelsea most of the time he played on the right.
Kenny, do you
Because he
think
was running
Kenny,
around
do
the
you think
pitch
football
there.
do you think football evolves? How often do you think football actually to be fair, Abdul doesn't think football changes. Me, I do. Do you think football
Yeah,
evolves?
of course he does.
How often do you think it evolves? I mean, obviously it changes from time to time, but how often would you say, yo,
Let's stick to
football
the
evolves?
topic. You
Didn't
see,
Mason Mount get our Player of the Year from the right as well? Innit?
no comments,
Yeah, he
My
did.
issue is
guys. Let's talk
in
about this.
2023, I don't think you could do that anymore, bro. I'm sorry. I
So
don't think
In
Nana,
2023, I think in the system maybe he
Nana,
could.
give me your prediction
Ah,
for give me your prediction for
But
the.
his right back is one Bissaka and Dagos. I don't
So
know if you can
before
beat
we go
that.
to Wednesday, let's do the Tuesday one. Nana, starting from you, we'll go around. Give me your
okay,
prediction.
Tuesday quickly on all the games.
Yes.
Union Berlin to win. Sociedad to win. Inter to win. PSV Sevilla to win. Oh, I should throw in a draw. I'm not gonna do that actually. Bayern to win. Galatasaray United draw. Oh, there's Napoli still there as well. Napoli Real Madrid. Real Madrid to win, and then Arsenal. Come on. So,
Yeah, respect lens, man. Come on.
Oh, do you want scorelines, Abdullahi, or do you just to win?
No, for now we'll do. You already say we'll go what you said. Then we'll come back.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So Kenny, give me your take on
Yeah,
this.
it's similar. I think Union is gonna win. I think RB and Sociedad. I think Salzburg are gonna. I think Salzburg are gonna win at home. I think Inter Benfica. I think it might be a draw.
Yes, likewise.
I could see a draw. PSV Sevilla. I'm gonna go with a draw as well. Bayern are beating Copenhagen. Man U Galatasaray. I could see a draw, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a draw. But I wouldn't be surprised if Man U just scrape it like 2-1.
Like they normally do.
Yeah, like they normally do. Napoli, Real Madrid. I don't know. Napoli, they're not the same with Spalletti, but Real Madrid they struggle as well. I'm gonna go with a draw, and then Arsenal whooping.
Adoma, give me your thing.
This trend lens.
Mine, I rarely watch Union Berlin and Braga. So I'm starting from Inter Milan. I feel that one match will end in a draw. Bayern Munich is going to win. Madrid, I feel is going to end in a draw or a 1-0, 2-1 kind of win for Real Madrid. PSV, I have no idea. Salzburg, I have no idea. Man United, I feel they are going to get a 1-0, 1-0. 1-0. You know, Man United, the way they scrap results sometimes.
You think they can keep a clean sheet?
They might. Oh, Nana.
Oh, Nana. You guys were hyping on Nana, man.
No. I feel very sorry for him because his morale has now been dropped. I feel very sorry. He needs a guy who will talk to him every day before the match, so he can become so we can see the same Onana we saw the first two games of Man United. Now he has been reserved. He's not quiet. I feel very sorry for him. Arsenal is going to win. Arsenal is definitely going to win less. I think that would be one of the high scoring game, maybe like 3-1 game. That's it.
Okay. Blue Eyes, give me your take. Blue Eyes, starting from Union Berlin. Already want to start from
Union Berlin Braga 1-0 Union.
Just say we're gonna come to prediction later.
Okay. Oh, me, I'm ready to go to scores. Union will win. Okay. Inter Benfica 0-0.
Bless, you know they have the most informed striker in world football now, apart from Haaland.
0-0, man.
You know they have the most informed striker.
Martinez just scored 4 goals.
Apart from Haaland, he's the most informed right now. Apart from Haaland,
off the bench as well, he scored 4 goals.
It's a package goals and assists. 0-0. Copenhagen Bayern 3-0. Real Madrid Napoli This is very interesting. This is very interesting. I see 1-1.
Okay.
Madrid Feyenoord.
No, no, no. Which one is Madrid? No.
Oh, okay. I'm
Lens
going to
Arsenal.
Wednesday.
No, no, no. Lens Arsenal.
Okay. Lens Arsenal.
Mm.
1-1.
Galatasaray, Man United.
This one is very interesting, though.
With Zaha,
Match-
Hakim Ziyech,
Match
and,
is back. Match is back, and match is looking sharp. Hi. Match is looking now. Man U 2-0.
PSV Sevilla.
Interesting game 0-0.
No. Yeah. Abdul, give me your take, sir.
Yeah, so a win for Union Berlin,
Okay.
a win for RB Salzburg,
Mm.
a draw between PSV and Seville, a win for Inter, a draw between Copenhagen and Bayern, a draw between Man United and Galatasaray, a win for Lens against Arsenal, a win.
Who's laughing at
I know why Abdul is doing this. I won't say the reason, but I know why I'm doing this. No, I will not say the reason.
A win for Napoli against Real Madrid.
I will not say the reason, but I know why Abdul is doing it. I would not say the reason. But I know
Why I'm doing what?
I know why you're doing this, but I would not say the reason.
Anyway, I think I've covered all the games.
Yeah. So
But
we're gonna do the Wednesday one soon. Because give me your prediction for the UCL.
Well, here we go.
Nah, Union Berlin are gonna win. I think Sociedad, Salzburg, I think draw. Inter to win. Sevilla to win. Bayern Munich to win. Galatasaray to win. Napoli, Real Madrid to win, and draw. Arsenal away. Draw.
Okay. So my predictions: Sociedad to win. Braga to go through to win. Inter Milan Benfica for me is the draw. Sevilla PSV. I'm gonna go with Seville. Copenhagen Bayern Munich, I'm gonna go with Bayern. Man United Galatasaray. I'm gonna go with Galatasaray to sneak it 2-1 win. And Napoli Real Madrid. I'm gonna go Madrid because Madrid has heritage in UCL. In as much as I want Osimhen to dunk on them, but Madrid, I will never forget the heritage when it comes to UCL. Madrid has the heritage. They will find a way to win. Real Madrid and Champions League, they will always find a way. They will find a way to win. So I'm
They lost
putting
the
Madrid.
sheriff.
And I'll is Lens Glass versus Arsenal. Okay, interesting. I need to watch more of Lens. I've not watched their match recently, but I only watch the highlights. And the way Arsenal play, they have Man City in their sight on Saturday. Would they rest players or would they go all out? That's what the problem is. Will Atata go all out because Man City is on Saturday, or will they keep playing? And both of them are going away. City is traveling to Leipzig away. Arsenal is traveling to France away. So will both of them start at a level, or will they keep players? For me, I'm gonna go 1-1 on both of them.
Nice.
Because it's away. So I don't know, because you don't want to risk player like Saka get injured. The season is over. So you don't want to do it. So we have to wait and see. So from Wednesday, Nana, Wednesday.
All right, let's go. Atletico final. Atletico to win. Antwerp, Shakhtar Donetsk. Hey, this is a Champions League. This is a Champions. Hey.
I know, it's so boring.
This
bro.
is looking
Oh
real
my
Europa,
God! I
Europa
see
League-ish.
that next game. That I have my eye on. Sorry, let me go. Let me go Antwerp win.
For the Tuesday
Let me go
one.
Antwerp
Oh,
win.
no,
I'll go
no,
Antwerp
no.
win.
When it comes to, you're gonna do the two of them, but don't worry. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go Antwerp win. This next game is not a Champions League game. I'm sorry, hate to break it to you. It's not a Champions
You
League game.
respect young boys, man. Come on.
I'm gonna say young boys are winning, but that is not a Champions League game. Dortmund Milan. I'm gonna go Milan. I don't respect Dortmund at all in this life. I
Christian
don't respect
Pulisic
them.
going back home. So it's
I
okay.
don't respect Dortmund at all. So I'm going Milan win. Newcastle, PSG.
That's a
PSG
big
haven't
match. Kylian Mbappe coming back to Newcastle.
come back to where?
Coming back to
Coming back to Newcastle,
sorry.
he's been here before or something.
my bad. Traveling to England to play, so it's okay. It's been in
Is
Manchester.
he from?
It's coming back to Newcastle.
He ain't been that far up north. I'm telling you, St James's.
He's played against Liverpool as well.
I'm gonna go for PSG, even though they haven't been playing well. I've been seeing the results on the League on games, but Champions League is Champions League.
They're 5th in the league right now.
City also need a win. You know,
the players now Saturday. So,
but Leipzig are a good side. Leipzig are doing well in the Bundesliga. However, it's Bundesliga. We'll go for City win. Barca Porto. I'll go Barcelona.
In the Drago Stadium, that's gonna be difficult. In Drago, it's
Barcelona win, and then Celtic Lazio. I'm gonna go for Lazio win.
Kenny, go ahead.
Who's the Celtic? Is Brandon Rodgers back at Celtic?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah,
Brendan Rodgers is at Celtic now.
Yeah, it's in Celtic.
Yeah, I think he went back. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna go with Athletic.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Atletico, the Antwerp, Donetsk. I'm gonna go with a draw. Shit, young boys. I'm about young boys, man. Switzerland team, you know what I'm saying? I'm about them. Dortmund, Milan. I'm gonna go with a draw, like a 2-2 or something. I'll go with a draw. PSG, Newcastle. I think PSG are gonna win. It's gonna be a target game, but I see PSG winning. Leipzig, CE. I think Leipzig are probably. I think I could say a draw. I think I'm gonna go with a draw for Leipzig City. I'm a draw. Porto against Barcelona I'm gonna go with a draw as well. And then Celtic, Lazio. I'm gonna go. Let's go with Celtic at home, man. Celtic at home.
Okay. I do my left. Cruz.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Atletico win. Antwerp win. Red Star.
Just call them.
Oh, that's Red Star.
Call them not VPN.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with their win. That ground is hard to go.
Call them not VPN. It's better.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Sorry, I agree with Cruz. I don't know that was Red Star. Yeah,
that's Red Star Belgrade.
Call them not VPN. Continue.
Milan, Dortmund are trash, man. And got the Chelsea boys there as well. I want them to win, man. This game.
That's this game on Wednesday.
I'm trying to take the romance out of my decision, man. I'm trying to think logical, but there's a lot of sentiment and romance in this. I'm gonna go Newcastle win.
Break that down.
Because there's still a lot of romance right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Break that down.
I'm gonna go Newcastle win. I can see it, man. I can see it's gonna be buzzing. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be an environment they're not gonna be used to, man. The Northeast.
No, people might be overhyping these.
St James's, right?
People might be overhyping these St James's.
No, it's the first game there, dude. It's the first game.
They were really good. Look, I remember the predictions we done. No one gave them a chance against Milan, and they could have won that game.
No. Milan should have won theirs. Like Milan missed chances.
Nah, man. I think they were good for it. I think if they don't gas out, if they're not tired, I think if they go in.
No. See,
I don't rate this PSG. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He can't be playing man like Murphy and these guys there. Like play some serious ballers. Please.
No, but the thing is, Kenny, it's the first game at St James's. It's the first game at St James's. So the atmosphere.
I hope. All I'm saying is, I hope PSG know what they're in for. That's all I would hope.
But the thing is that PSG, like under Enrique, I don't think they're gonna be able to. I don't know if Newcastle is gonna be able to like really fully rally with the crowd, because PSG, even if they don't lose the draw. And the thing is that they're gonna control the ball. Enrique, they're gonna have possession. So and from what I've seen against Milan, I don't know if they're gonna be able to play if it was a more open game, I was like maybe. But the way PSG play, I don't think they're gonna. I don't see them.
We'll see on Wednesday. We'll see on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Finish up.
City Leipzig. I'm gonna go City. I think draw as well. Porto, Barca. I think it's gonna be a draw. And I'm gonna go Lazio win, easy win. Sorry, Brandon.
Nana. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh, have you spoken? I think you have spoken.
Yeah.
La Coba.
Oh wait, you want me to do Tuesday and Wednesday?
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Could you just go up?
Let me go up. Tuesday and Wednesday. It didn't give you a Tuesday, so go.
No. Am I the only one who just looked at the Champions League and just gone, this is just boring, bro? After the first few games, I looked at it, I was like, yo, this is just dry. Premier League football.
Champions League without Chelsea is dry.
Exactly.
Nah, I don't think he's even some of the teams there.
Like Union Berlin versus Braga, fam. Who cares?
Braga,
Real Sociedad, who cares? Inter Benfica is a draw. PSV Seville, it could be a 2-1 PSG. No, PSV. Bayern Munich is gonna slap Copenhagen 5-0. I'm gonna save this one for last. Napoli versus Real Madrid. 2-1 Real Madrid. Arsenal are gonna slap Rennes 5-0. And for Man United versus Galatasaray. I want a 1-0 last minute Hakim Ziyech winner. That's what I want. I want
Wow.
that. Yes.
Wow, this guy, you really like Hakim.
It's because he hurts me, fam. It's because how can I watch this guy ball against Chelsea, but comes to my club? Fugaziness.
Who?
Hakim Ziyech, man. Oh, man.
So are you? Which club are you talking about?
Galatasaray.
Are you a Galatasaray guy?
No, I'm a Hakim Ziyech guy, man. I'm still am.
Oh my god.
I respect the tech.
Okay. Take hype, man.
Okay. No worries.
And I don't really like Onana because for me, basically, Onana and De Gea are the exact same keeper, but it's
Speak about Onana, man. These guys are fraud, man.
If you watch Onana in Syria, you would see some fugazi performances, man. But
now let this guy enjoy his money a bit.
People were overhyping his passing is crazy.
The guy's signature hasn't even dried on the contract. And already people are attacking you. Let this man, let him. Can you go about McDonald's?
What's my name? Oh Nana. What's my name?
Thank you.
Atletico Feyenoord. 3-2 Atletico. You just have to put it out there. Shakhtar Antwerp, I don't give a damn. Red Star versus I couldn't give a damn. Dortmund Milan is a draw, and I still couldn't give a damn. Newcastle PSG, I might actually watch this game. Draw. Again, why is Man City in the group stage always get the easiest teams known to man? Who are they paying, man?
No, Leipzig are decent.
Yeah, but you know Man City are gonna roll them. If Man City want to, they'll roll them. It's only when mathematically you don't have to, is when they just don't turn up. That's the only time Man City lose in the group stage.
Sure?
Yes.
I won't be surprised if they draw. Leipzig have good players, man. They have the Xavi Simons. They have the striker as well from France that they bought. Openda. They have decent players.
They have good players. They have very good players.
They have decent players, man.
And they have very good
Man
defenders.
City is very vulnerable now.
Man City have Simakan as well.
Man City playing Arsenal. Man City
they're playing Arsenal on Saturday. So.
Okay.
They play Arsenal on Saturday. It depends on how Pep wants to oppose the game.
Okay, so my initial prediction was a Man City win. My prediction now is still a Man City win. So Porto.
They did lose as well, so I won't be surprised if they're coming back for revenge.
Yeah, I mean, after last year, what was the leg against Leipzig, Man City. What was it? What was
That's
it?
the
Now
one.
the first leg was a draw at home. When
No, the
Leipzig played, it was
second,
a
the
draw.
second, second season, the
Second leg.
season.
Let's not talk about
6-0.
it.
6-1.
This is what I mean. When Man City want to, they'll roll you if they want to, if they have to. Porto
And because
versus
of them
Barcelona.
lost to Wolverhampton, that they're gonna come with a revenge.
Hey.
Lord have mercy.
Porto, Barcelona, Porto. I'm saying Barcelona. Celtic, Lazio.
Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes, go ahead. Wednesday. Blue Eyes, are you there? Blue Eyes, are you there? We can't hear Blue Eyes, so Abdul, Wednesday.
Yeah, let's see. Wednesday, Atletico win against Feyenoord. Antwerp are going to lose at home to Shakhtar Donetsk. Then that game, the Young Boys game, is going to end in a draw.
Okay.
Dortmund, Milan ends in a draw. Newcastle are going to smash PSG 2-1. Leipzig is going to lose to Man City 1-4. Porto, Barcelona is going to end 1-0 to Porto. Then Celtic is going to lose against Lazio.
Cruz, Wednesday. Cruz, are you there? Cruz, I think Cruz maintains his mic. So let me go.
I done Wednesday. Already. I done it already.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. For me, I go Feyenoord to win, to beat Atletico. Atletico look very vulnerable. I don't like that team at all. They look very, in as much as they have a very good player, they look vulnerable for me. And I like the way this slot, whatever his name is, and is it anti-slot or whatever his name? I like the way he's playing football. I'm impressed. Shakhtar Donetsk versus Republic of Antwerp. Okay, I'm gonna go with Shakhtar. Not VPN versus Young Boys. I'm gonna go with not VPN. Dortmund versus Milan. I'm gonna go with AC Milan. Newcastle versus Paris Saint-Germain. I'll go with Newcastle. RB Leipzig versus Manchester City. I'll go with the defending champion. Barcelona Porto. I'm gonna go with Porto because I don't see them winning in Drago Stadium. Remember, they lost in Drago last season. Celtic versus Lazio. I'm gonna go with Lazio for me.
Are we going to talk about Mbappe's Champions League, history? Because it's kind of looking fugazi. If you take out the World Cup, he's not really done much.
Imagine the problem is Alan came in the first season. He won a Champions League.
Exactly.
Well, PSG, PSG as a club is not. PSG is
but guys, before we go there, you know what is gonna be most scary part and most funny part is if Alas wins the Ballon d'Or. That's gonna be a shame on Mbappe's face. That would be a shame on Kylian Mbappe's face. In as much as he's talented enough, Alan just came in from anywhere. He's got Premier League, Champions League, everything. He won it. He was the top scorer. He was the top scorer in Champions League, top scorer in EPL, and he won the Ballon d'Or. Mbappe need to buckle up, man. He needs to, man. He need to get away from his head. I think that's what the problem is. He's too arrogant a little bit with the way he's doing his stuff, though. I like
Wait,
Mbappe.
Is Mbappe? Wait, does this Ballon d'Or count 2022 and 2023?
Yes, he only count for the club. It does not count for international.
Oh, okay. Well, you know how international. You know how these
No,
guys.
it's not for the club.
You know how these guys work, man. You win a World Cup, all of a sudden.
It starts from August to May. So it doesn't count. International doesn't count.
Yes. The World Cup counts. The World Cup counts.
Yeah,
Is the 2022 2023 season. So yeah, the World Cup counts.
Yeah, it should count.
Is the 2020 is last season. His season now. So last season it was over. So he can't. The World Cup counts.
I still believe
Mbappe
Haaland will
might
win
get
it.
it.
I
No,
believe Haaland
Mbappe
will win
might.
it ahead of Messi, but we'll see. I still believe Haaland will win it because Haaland take a point to win it for me, but we'll see. We'll see.
Wait, did
We'll see.
PSG win the league?
Yeah,
last
they won the
season?
league. Yeah, they won
Yeah,
the league.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Mbappe is going to win this then.
I don't think so. Does it?
Nah,
Did they win the
nah, it's not.
UCL?
Nah.
Mbappe
If
did not
he
win
if
the
he would
UCL.
have won, yeah, if he would have won the World Cup, maybe.
Yeah, but his performance in the World Cup final justified.
Yeah, but no, if he, like, no one's gonna. If you haven't won the World Cup, it's like, the performance was cool, but he didn't win it.
Yeah, but it's a French award.
Yeah,
No,
we'll
but even
see.
if it's a French, even if it's a French award, like the journalists, it's not just French journalists, and no one is gonna. They're not gonna
And the
give it to
problem
him.
is, guys, I understand the World Cup very pivotal, but the UCL is also pivotal too. So it's gonna be a debate between Haaland and Lionel Messi. So whoever wins it for me, though. For me, this is gonna be even if Messi wins, it's gonna be his last competition when it comes to Ballon d'Or, FIFA best, and everything. Because when it comes to club football, you can never hear Messi in terms of that anymore. Accolade is gonna be finished for me in that aspect. The young players now needs to come up and win Ballon d'Or too. Mbappe, Haaland, and Co needs to step up and win Ballon trophies a lot. But it is what it is. Like the vid, smash the like button, guys. This is weird doing a Monday night show, but we have to do it. It's all about Chelsea. We gotta respect the people. We gotta respect the club, the street. We gotta respect them. Smash the like button, guys. Guys, see you on Friday for the preview of Manchester City versus Arsenal. Peace out, God bless.